Yo, what up, what up? Yeah, I know. I've been watching the comments, so I running late. Hey, man, it is what it is. Be here in a minute. Be here in a minute. What's going on, everybody? Salute. What's going on? Devil Roll, KLG, BTG, 3C. What up? Hey, Shanna, AK Lover, Big Dog, roof. BOTP's in the building. STD, what up, yo? Mr. Bullshitter. Hey, Divine Order. What else? Back up. Big Mega, what up, yo? What up, everybody? Hot Tub, TDE, what's good, y'all? Yeah, what up, y'all? Everybody smash the like button on the way in. This thing giving me a damn survey. What's good, man? Pedro, yo, what up, man? Patrick, what up? Tactical Tina, what's good? Nikolai, what's good, y'all? Salute. TK, what's going on, sis? Feeling slow? Oh, me, what up, man? What up? Yeah, man. Lito be in a minute. Cartwright, what's good, man? Louisiana in the building. Yeah, he on the way. KLG, what up? I check it out, Pedro. I'll check it out, man. I never have my notifications on for Instagram. I just check it all the time. Just chilling, y'all. Chilling. It's Friday. Made it through the week. Got that long weekend I'm happy about because I've been working my ass off. Woo! Two down. What up, man? What's going on, Greg? Good to see you, brother. Yeah, man. Y'all make sure you hit that like button on the way in. In fact, let me make sure I smash the like button. Yeah. Yeah, like I was saying, y'all. You had softball game. Uh-oh. Don't get into no fights. Yeah, happy Labor Day. What up, Nicholas? Yeah, man. I'm ready for the long weekend, man. Gunrilla, what's good, yo? Salute. Mr. Biggs. Yeah, man. Work was over. Had me a nice gummy. Calm myself, calm my nerves, bring me in. Good. Enjoy this weekend. Every minute of it. You want to know something? I'm going to ask him about that because I got a shotgun that I wouldn't mind having ported. I'm going to ask him about that. You know I do, me. And that'd be my son, man. He be doing that in Costco. And he the sample king. Gummy, man. Gummy. Had to calm my nerves. A little micro dosing, And I'm going to have the video about the SDI. All right. What up, Jay? Dave, Lamerck, what's going on, yo? Oh, man, this is just some water right now, man. I don't need nothing to go with. I already took a little something, so I'm calm. It's just some water, man. Just some water. Well, that's what I'm saying. Devil Roll. That's what it's supposed to. The way he said it last night, it was like an internal choke, like built into it. So I gotta ask him about it. Oh, me, I don't know about no shrooms, man. I just got into the other stuff. I had it. I tried it. It felt great. I said, you know something? I should do this every once in a while. It's for the hell of it. I hope they do. Hope they do pull it off, man. Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm good, Hot Tub. So you gotta take it in small doses. I asked some people that I consider experts. They was like, you gotta take a little. Don't take a lot. Javon's, what up, man? You wanna know something, BTG? It is quiet. The 300 blackout is quiet too. After I watched that video, because I shot the same 300 blackout in the indoor range and outdoors, and it's quieter than it came out on there for some reason. Yeah. No, bro, I'm just talking about gummies, man. No drugs. You know what? That's right. Plants are not drugs. Thank you, Deborah. So under the influence. I'm good. And besides, it's 100% legal. Screen that word earlier than that. All right, Patrick. Oh, yo, by the way, let me put up the. Hold on, let me put this up. You're gonna start this now. So I don't think I'm going too early. Put up the Cash App. As y'all know, this is Donation Friday. And, this is how bro supports the channel. And got some good giveaways. Now, he said, I think he told me LPVO and pistol optic. Either or. I think that's what he told me. And donation is $10. And he'll do the wheel when he gets it. He'll start all that. Yeah, Mojo, that 300 blackout is alright, man. Is it a herb or a plant? I don't know. That's a good question, Megan. I don't have a clue. But it's either or once they take the extract and put it inside something. It don't matter. Yeah, Mojo, it's real quiet, man. I like the 300 blackout. Rick Ross, what up, yo? All right, TK. You be easy out there with that drink in your cup. Don't get to no fights. Yeah, like I was saying, donation $10 and give me some good stuff tonight. Bro, go over it again. He told me, but I forgot just that fast. He'll be here in a minute. I think I'm a little tempted. I'm gonna put my M90. That's how nice. I'm thinking of some crazy stuff, man. Yeah, Double Roll. He'll be here in a minute, y'all. But he got some. It's some good stuff for Donation Friday. Y'all know that. I just can't remember. He told me, and my memory is holding out a little bit. Now I would have remembered that if he had said the FDSRO. I would have remembered that. Yeah, man. You'll make sure you smash that like button. Check these likes out. You get people in there. You're killing me with these ads. What up, Roblox? What's going on? I mean, Mojo, it's made for up close and personal, man. I mean, it ain't made for distance. But I'm pretty sure you could. I don't know how far it'll go, but I mean, it can't travel as fast as it's not as effective as a 5.56. I never looked into that. I just know, to me, that's for close quarters. Anything that's made for a barrel that's 8.5 inches long, 9 inches long, that's for close quarters. Integrity Firearms was good. I don't know, man. I don't know what that stands for. That's a good question. Yeah, he on his way back from his jog. Y'all know. Wait a minute. He running from alligators. Yeah, we running from alligators. On the 308. What up, Jason? What's going on, man? Good to see you, bro. Yeah, how come that mag dropped out like that, BTG? I saw that. What's up with that? I thought the Lancer mags were like people say they're like the best mags on the market. $2. What up? Bang TV. Good to see you, bro. What's going on? Chilling, Jason. Enjoying the weekend, man. Ready for it. I actually had a little bit of, something that you and your wife, a little something. It'll be easy. 9-inch barrel, 7.62 can still stretch out due to powder. Oh, okay. Yeah, I wonder because those are supposed to be the best magazines. I don't know. Volks, what? Volks pistol. Okay. What the hell does that mean? Who the Volks? That's the next question. David, what up? Salute, bro. Yeah, man. Hope everybody had a great week. Hope everybody got a nice long weekend like myself. I hate Mondays, so I'm glad I ain't got to do nothing on it. Oh, that means so Volks means German. That's what it means. That's his new buddy, Hot Tub. I'm gonna call him Alligator Man from now on. Oh, Volks is people in German. Okay, so it's the people's pistol. All right. So the people's pistol 9. I got that. EBH 9. Follow me. Well, me and I don't know what that is, man. I don't know what that is. Megan, how you end up taking German in high school? Of all things, German. Not French, not Spanish, German. Howard J, what's good, man? You up tactical? What up, man? Everybody come here and smash the likes, man. Oh, you had to be different. All right. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with being different. Mhm. 60. Yeah, we down. We behind the likes. Come on, yo. Same here, Devereaux. I know 6 hours. Jay, you speak German too? Or you speak only the bad words or something? Everybody took a Spanish, but I just well moved to the Bronx. And wish that yeah, man. That would have been great. Hey Jay, what up, man? What's going on? Oh, yeah, everybody probably we behind on the likes up from police. Hold on a second, yo. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know about them old guns, man. Devin, what up, yo? I think I want to start getting some of them old joints though. Get the class 3 joints so you can ship it to your house. Nah, man, I just let them grow. I ain't go to the barber shop this week. I was busy, so I missed my appointment. Do your review. Two down, man. Put it out there. What you waiting on? Megan, they didn't let you buy it? Surplus Russian gas mask, really? Yeah, you should. If they let you buy that one, Megan, you should get it. If they don't give it to you, hey man, anybody should know I drinking no Hennessy. Yeah, what up, 6? What's going on? Such a long good. Devin, if I had an echelon, I would. I got an Icarus whip for my X5 for my Legion. I like it. It's aggressive. It look good. Look at it look. Okay, so you was living amongst the folk. X cores on Bluetooth compatible 127. Well, I mean, they got a set that's Bluetooth compatible. I thought there were two different ones. There's like the gray color ones aren't Bluetooth compatible, and then there's the black ones that are. If you're talking about the ones that the inner ear joints. Oh, I understand, Mega. It's school time around here too. I just don't go to school no more. Young man go to school, so I got prioritized too. It's funny how things seem to go up when school starts. It's kind of weird. Oracle Defense 23. I don't know, 6. I ain't heard much about it. They had a little bit of buzz, and then I didn't hear anything about it. I held to that SHOT Show 2023. I thought it was all right, but I ain't hear much about it. Charlie boy, what up, dude? Nah, I think I want that Fusion XP Pro. I don't think I want it. I know I want it. It's up for pre-order right now. It's got to bust a few moves to make it happen. I think I want to get that. Somebody asked me a question today: if I could get a $1,000 gun today, which one would I get? It would be that one. I'm interested to see how that gun is. I'm interested because everybody seems to be doing these Turkish collaborations, and I like Turkish guns. They seem to have some sort of trigger voodoo, and I like that about them. And so far, I've had pretty good success with all of the Turkish guns that I've bought. Big dog, you must be behind because we here, brother. I don't know. We've been live for like 17 minutes now, man. You need to speed up. Fan, what's good? What, bro? What's the question? Yeah, big dog, you need to. I mean, yeah, because we've been on for 17 minutes now, and I've been going back and forth with people, so I know ain't nothing wrong. Shooting paper steel in the indoor range is boring. Take classes. I still have fun shooting the integrity. That Foxtrot Mike bullpup. Okay. Yeah, I saw that. Who put me on? I think BTG told me about it. I went and looked it up. They said, yeah, so that's gonna be the question for the night. What would you buy with a $1,000 budget right now? For me, that's what I would get. I would get that XP Pro. That's what I want. It's because it's different. Like I said, because it's a Turkish collaboration. And I don't know much about Fusion Firearms. I know they're a company out of Florida, so they're an American company, so they will get my support. But yeah, that's what I would get right now. The XO 920, I like that too, David. I was looking at that. I like that gun too. Ammo. Yeah, David. Yeah, I got ammo. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Bullshitter. I want another one of those too. I could have, but I chose to go a different route. So I'm gonna see what this PDP gonna do when I get it back. Then I'll see from there because I got a plan for the next thing that I want done already. I was talking about it today. Yeah, you can never have enough ammo. That's true, but I'm to the point right now where I'm not too worried about it. I'll put 1,000K towards that FTE Prodigy. I don't, you know something? BTG, you already got a Prodigy, don't you? You can go get a circle code at FDE, and it'll look just nice. Because I wanted to get the Prodigy comp joint And everybody's like, nah, you already got the other one. Why? Just go get it comped if you want it. Which makes sense instead of spending another $1,500. See, I can see BTG. I can see you, getting them, doing that. Because with the one I have, I can take it. I got a gun that I had a guy do like FDE and some sort of bronze. That's what I did. That yeah, fam. It's stylish right here, man. He to my RX, my 226, my 226 clone. I had a guy do it, and it looks nice. Came out good. I was thinking about if I was gonna do something to the project and have it Cerakoted, I would do that. Because it's not FDE, it's something else. I forget the two. Because it's Desert Tan and something else, some sort of bronze something. I forget what it is. Oh, you said it was mid. Which one did you get? The 4 1/4, the 5-inch integrity. Which one did you get? All right, fam. New Smith metal. You talking about the comp joint? I haven't been able to shoot the. But here's the thing: I held the Prodigy, the ported Prodigy. It feels just like the regular Prodigy. It don't feel no different. I need to shoot it. And the regular Prodigy is already shooting nice and flat. So with that bull barrel, it's kind of heavy on the top. That's the one thing I always said about it. It's kind of heavy on the top. That bull barrel, that joint shoot flat. Recoil impulse on that gun is real nice. I mean, it's just an extra large 1911, bro. Found out that the comp is not out next yet. It will be. I don't even think the 5 inches out next. The 5 inches out comp yet. But I thought I was going to dislike the whole, because I like getting 5-inch pistols. And I thought I was going to dislike when I got the Mac 9, the 4 1/4, but I actually liked it. It was pretty smooth. I thought it was good. So I got to get another one. I always get 5-inch guns. Oh, I've been looking, Mr. Bullshitter. I ordered me something already today. One thing. I'll get something else. I saw them Labor Day sales.
Wow. Boy, my legs tired, man.
All that running?
Hey, man.
Good love. What up, man?
I decided to run on a busy street today.
You did?
At one point, I got up to like 28 miles per hour, man.
You was running 28 miles per hour?
Yeah, I was keeping up with some of the cars. It was a little traffic, but I was cool. Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's happening?
Oh, that's good. All right.
What's the good word?
What's going on, man?
How you doing, brother?
I'm good. Glad that this long-ass weekend is here.
Oh, man. Thank you for holding down the fort for me. I appreciate it. Big time. Bro. Thank you, everybody that's out here kicking it. If y'all don't mind, please smash the like button. What's up to everybody, man? I wish I can go through and speak to everybody individually, but that might take the rest of the live. So I'm just going to say what it do.
Bro Allen.
Oh, man. What's happening, Bro Allen? Thank you, brother. Appreciate the super sticker. Thank you so much. That's love. Yeah, I got some good conversation tonight, man. I had some experiences the last 2 days. So as y'all know, Zach already said I was listening. Tonight is Donation Friday, man. I appreciate everybody in advance. It's definitely the primary way that I support the channel. So I appreciate every single donation. Tonight, I'm going to give whoever wins an option to get an LPVO or pistol optic. Both are very nice. Donations are $10. I appreciate y'all. We're going to do the members only, members only giveaway as well. I think I'm going to do it Wednesday. I thought about doing it tonight after like we spin the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And then just do the members only after that. We're doing the Savior, the big guitar case.
Mm-hmm. All right. We good. Everybody gonna be here.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a House Sun tonight or a or LPVO, one or the other, man.
What up, Lisa? And Patrick said, "Could you please not wait till too late because he don't want to fall asleep."
I'll try to make sure we get it right, man. Try to make sure we get it right. What I was gonna say? Yeah, that's it.
That's right, man.
The Cash App is up on the screen.
Bulletproof. What up, man?
No, man. You know I have went out to
Oh, me, you stupid.
Hot Tub. Know what I'm talking about? Some of the Florida guys. I had went out to this area called Wesley Chapel, and they was having like this. It's crazy, bro. It's lit. Like they having this R&B night, man. And it's like every black person damn near in Florida there. And they all dressed in white, bro.
Oh, okay.
And all you hear is a whole bunch of Key Sweat and Bell Biv DeVoe, boy. Just
sound like a good time.
Yeah, it's dope.
Mr. Dixon, what up, yo?
What's going on, man? What's cracking?
What up,
What's cracking, everybody? Yeah, Tiger Crane. That's where I was at, man. It's crazy over there, man.
That's the name of the area. That's
I was able to get back home though when I left. Crate is what it's called.
Oh, okay.
It's just a bunch of like crates, like, but they created like restaurants and businesses, and then it's a big ass stage out. It's like it's crazy. It's like a place.
You said it's a bunch of crates. Like
they turn the crates into little businesses, like they little restaurants, like, and it's all different types of food. It's dope.
Sound good. What up, Mel? Demetrius? It sounds fun.
It's an outdoor spot. Like people just go kick it. It's dope.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to know one of the weirdest things too? Before I get into the live about Tampa, not just Tampa the area when I go over there, but just Florida.
Mm-hmm.
When it rains, people like don't panic. You know how like sometimes when it rains, you know everybody be they getting all out the rain, running, going for shelter.
Mm-hmm.
It started raining down here, boy. They be walking, like it ain't raining.
Because like you said it rains every day. If it rains every day, you get used to it.
It was crazy, man. But that's cool though. That's cool. Ain't nobody at my door. So anyway, man. The question I think it was a great question because that question got posed earlier today. Firearms. What if you $1,000 budget? What would you buy? I'd like to see some of the answers out there. But beyond that, so yes, between yesterday and today, where Fam at? Because I need to. Yeah, he might be one of the very few people who gonna relate to this when I say it. So for 2 days in a row, I pulled my little gem out the safe, man.
Mm-hmm.
I pulled out that Shy Rizzy.
Mm-hmm.
You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
And for the very first time,
hold
on, bro. 1 second. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. Right in the middle of the story. It gotta be good though. You talk about the Chirac. That's a nice gun. I enjoy shooting that. And Ruger Precision 308. That sounds nice too, Jason. Big dog, you behind or something, man? You said I done said what's up to you like 10 times. You just seeing it now? You might need to scroll forward, man. A proof barrel for your cross. Okay. They're rolling do something different. Thomas, what up, man? Yeah, that's because I was looking at in terms of something that I really wanted. It would just be that. There's 3 things I'm looking at now. That
okay, I'm back.
Smith, and forget the third one.
So, and this 2 separate occasions has happened.
We see you too, did you?
So I take the gun out. So I run to this guy, and for whatever reason, there's so many like high level, and Pedro will confirm this.
Mm-hmm.
There is a lot of high level shooters everywhere, but definitely a lot of them down here for some odd reason.
Because the
When I
weather's
say high level, I'm talking about like guys shooting on a national level, grandmasters, or you know what I'm saying? They shoot.
The weather's nice all the time, bro.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's what it is. Or they shoot for certain companies or whatever the case is. So for the first time ever, I was able to meet a gentleman who I don't. The timing had to be perfect. He had his Atlas out there, and I had the Legion Precision, but I didn't know the dude was gonna have. I was just gonna do some shorts with it, and I wanted to let Gamage and the guys check it out, just to see what they thought, you know.
Daniels, what up, man?
But man, but but happened to get to talking. I'm just standing up at the front talking and get to talking to this guy, and he goes, I was telling him I'm talking to another dude about the Chirac, and he had never heard of it. He was like, oh, that's he's like I feel like I heard of like Legion Precision, but I'm not totally sure, whatever. So I keep talking. And the other guy hear us talking, right? He goes, I've heard of that gun. He's like, I heard good things about it. He started referencing Tactical Toolbox, I think, video, right?
Okay.
And he said, I got my Atlas right here, you know, if you want to shoot them side by side. It's like, well, damn.
Oh, yeah.
That would be all right. I've never had a chance to do that. We had the Atlas Aries. Did I say that right?
I mean, I guess it's an Aries. I don't know. Fam, is that Aries? I don't know.
Aries, Athena, which one was it? It was, he said it was like 6 bands.
Okay. Fam, is that Atlas Aries?
Which one is 6 bands? All of them? All of them.
Pedro say yes. And so did Tactical Tina. They both say yes. Aries.
Okay. So we go and we got the still about 20 yards, still at target. And he like, go to town. He was so cool that he had his bag of ammo. He was like, hey man, I got plenty of ammo too. You know, I was like, no, I got ammo. I'm like, is it cool to run anything through it? He said, well, I try to run. I mainly run 147 grain, but it should run anything, you know, or whatever. Bruh. We get to shooting him. Now he's never shot the Legion. So we hand each other the guns. He shot 2 times. He goes, first he was testing the trigger. You know how all them old cold ass shooters do. They damn near shoot the gun 20 times before they take a real shot, right? He messing with the slide and he pop, you know. Oh, this is nice trigger. Oh, this is really well put together. And this, you know, he giving me the whole spill on it, right? I hope he come in the chat. So he told me he owns 3 Atlases.
Okay.
I don't whatever the case is. So anyway, we get to shooting the gun. He was like, this is impressive. And he was like, what did you say? You know, you paid for this? And I was like, no, it's around $4,000, right? He's like, no. He's like, no way. I'm like, yeah, wait. And so first I thought he was like capping, you know, like being sarcastic. And I'm like, nah, man. I'm like, you know, now when I'm shooting the Atlas. Now I really like the gun, bro. When I felt like I had money when I was holding it. I had like $1.73 in my pocket, but I felt like, boy, I had about, you know, 1.7 in my pocket when I was holding it. Because that was kind of it's got to be more about like fit and finish on the firearms. Because call me drunk or call me high, but fam, I really didn't feel very much difference at all shooting those 2 guns. And I put that on my grandkids. And I kept shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Like I must have shot about 50 rounds side by side.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just shooting. I'm talking about we double tapping, we shoot, and he's saying the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this is good. I'm like, this will be a good discussion when I go back to YouTube.
It's said at a certain point, the difference is negligible.
It is, Pedro. You were absolutely right.
$10.
This is the first time I ever got a chance to do that because and you know what it is? I think my own mind, I probably knew this already, but I think my own, you know how you kind of programmed in your mind to believe that you're going to experience something different. Remember when you first shot the staccato and you was like, people talk about it so much,
right,
that you were expecting something different.
Mm-hmm.
Now, gun shoots great, feels great.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you accurate with all of that, but you like, I mean, it was another gun. But I'm not gonna say it was another gun because the gun was definitely different, man. It felt amazing. However, I swear to you, if I knew no different, I'd have no problem. You could choose either one and not go wrong. I was very proud to be a Chirac owner.
So I've shot the Atlas, and because of Pam Pam, I've shot a few different ones now, and I've shot the Legion Precision, and the other guns aren't worth the extra $3,000. I mean, it's just they weren't. I've shot them.
It don't feel like a $3,000 difference.
No, I feel like they should be the same price. That's what it feels like.
What up, Lameric? What's going on with y'all? Creative, what's happening, man? He said, "OBI." They trying to say you.
I'm good.
Hey, man. Hey, had to. You know what though? And where and Pedro, I know you listening, man, and feel free to comment. Anybody, it doesn't matter.
Oh, most of the gap has closed.
Yeah, I mean, no, fam definitely put me up on it. I mean, away from the internet. He told me like, hey,
I agree with that.
He had it first. He was like, yo, that
East Wind, what up? I still like it, man. That's still that.
He's always said that from the beginning.
Artemis is still my favorite, man, because there's two guns.
Is that the one that Coy has?
I don't know who. That's the one that I shot was we were in Illinois there, bro. And that was that
Kosh gun you had.
Yeah, that was the first time that I got to put my hands on it. And there's two guns that I distinctly remember shooting. Is my man Dave Oka. He's the tuba player, but he's a grandmaster USPSA guy. He had this custom gun that he built. This 40. I remember shooting that gun. I'll never forget it because that's the best I've ever shot in my life, shooting that gun. And that Artemis, when I grabbed it and I shot it, that's why I was like, oh shit, it was different. I remember distinctly shooting those guns. But I gotta say, the Legion Precision, I enjoyed shooting at that damn van with it. That's a good gun, and it wasn't any better than, well, it wasn't any like worse than shooting.
Oh, listen, it's solid, man. It is really solid, like that. But I'm gonna tell you this, and again, what you call Pedro right there.
Yeah, see,
I can tell you. So there's a lot of guys that I was just saying this. When I say high level shooters, man, when you see these guys shooting, you be like, damn, what's up, H man? Like I'm talking about they serious with it. Here's what I'm noticing, and I think this is great information to bring back to a community of us who are typically novice or we shoot quite a bit, we enthusiasts, you know what I'm saying? So we always listen for whatever the next word is. So to be out there amongst a lot of these guys who kind of do this in their sleep, right? One thing what I have noticed is most of them don't shoot $6,000 and $7,000 guns. Pedro, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm watching these guys. I'm talking about, bro. I'm seeing Glock 34s. Don't get me wrong; they be souped up. They got upgraded triggers. They souped up. But I was seeing 34s. I see CZs, some shadows. Definitely seeing a couple staccatos. But then I was seeing really regular stuff. PDPs. It's yeah.
Oh, okay.
The custom polymer guns, like it was tripping me out because I'd be expecting, all I was expecting to see all that. Like that's what I was expecting to see. She said, "I'm getting Atlas if it kill me. I'm gonna get a Pop too, but it ain't gonna be Atlas though. It'll be the other one. I think I might get that other one, man.
I shoot USPS.
Hey, how did they get the call? How did they get the call?
Yeah, I mean that's because Mentos. I done been to a lot of different competitions, and that's what you see. You see the guys with the custom stuff, but you see the guys that be out there shooting. They be running regular stuff.
Yeah. If you don't mind, please smash the like button, y'all. It is Donation Friday, man. I appreciate any donations that have come through tonight. It's all love. I'm gonna do a Hollow Sun pistol dot or a nice LPVO. Whoever wins, I'll let you guys choose. Thank y'all so much for any donations that you fill out. The donations are $10, Cash App only. And the Cash App is on the screen. It's just how we support the channel. The giveaway is just my way of saying thank you. The donations are just to help me out, support the channel. I appreciate it if you can. It's all love.
Welcome, Letty B.
Letty B. I like the name. Tell you that right now. Shout out to my main man, Led, over there.
Said there was a question about total chaos scenario. So I was so taken by this subject that I'm following up and watching your channel. Well, she want to know about that smoke. Bang bang.
Oh.
that scenario got to think about.
Right. Tonight is a great night to ask any questions you may have.
Spend the money on upgrades a person.
I mean, to each his own, man. I think it's a however you choose to do it. If you want to drop the bag on the big money firearms.
So bro, I gotta point this out because this is hilarious. Because Big Dog is talking about something that we talked about maybe 15 minutes ago.
Somebody need to tell him.
He talking about Germany.
I don't know how you tell him though.
This is like
you gotta email him and be like, hey man, you behind on the live, bro. Fast forward your computer.
He way behind.
Ain't no way to catch him up. That'd be funny though. I like to watch them comments.
I've seen that though, Integrity. I've been to a lot of competitions, man. You see guys out there. I've seen plenty of guys outshoot guys with them high-end guns, and they just had what would you consider a regular price gun. I've seen it happen many times.
Now let me ask you this. Or this might be a question for either Fam or Pedro or anybody who might know. Hell, when it comes to a lot of the guns that are like, priced really high, and I'm talking about away from nostalgia guns, right? Like some guns are priced pretty high, and it's because they're like just popular like that, right? Like it's some of them. But then you start getting into, because I would think 2011s are arguably the most expensive guns out there on a wide scale in the grand scheme of things. You look at the overall form of a gun, I think 2011s would be handguns. Am I wrong? And I think, but what I'm wondering is, are most of those designed for competition? Because I know staccatos were designed originally to be duty guns. Am I right? And the XC is their competition.
I mean, I think you're correct. Hey, 2A sister.
Hey, sister, what's going on, young lady?
Hey.
Good to see you. So are most of those meant to be
What?
He said, in my opinion, you need to be a mid to high level shooter to get maximum performance out of a 2011.
That's what I always say. It's the shooter, man.
Otherwise, not worth the squeeze.
I always.
Hero, what's up, bro?
That's a question
That's an interesting take.
I always say it's the shooter, not the gun.
Fam must be behind too. He said they make firearms under 1K.
Yeah, Fam, you behind too? You need to. Yo, way behind.
Integrity. Why you say that? He says staccato is grossly overrated and overpriced. So is it true? Okay, so we talked about this too. So staccato is kind of the baseline, right? In other words, they're the 2011 guys who basically got it right.
I think they sit in their own space too, bro.
They do. They sit in their own space. But those guns are proven. We can all pretty much agree on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Staccatos run. They very nice guns.
Yeah, they work good.
They hand fitted. I've been there. I've watched the people make them. I think it's a crazy thing. It's the craziest thing I had ever seen up to that point.
Mm-hmm.
Not much different than some of the other outfits where usually it's smaller, right? Smaller operations. Because staccato got, I mean, not the biggest operation in the world, but it's big enough to where they got a couple buildings and you see the whole process of the guns going through.
Would you say they're like a mix of like mass manufacturing and like artisan, like a mixture?
See, I don't want to say mass because it didn't seem mass to me. Now I don't know how much they've grown in a couple of years since I went, but it didn't seem that crazy, right? Like it was two smaller buildings that basically sit across the street from one another, and they go through different phases of the gun, right? They cut the metal, they do such. Then you got the guys over there that sit at the tables and they hand fit them. Because when you get staccato, you can go right to the dude who put your gun together. You know what I'm saying?
Pedro said mass-produced parts with hand-fitted assembly. That's what I was trying to say.
Fair enough.
What I was trying to say.
Fair enough.
CK, what up, yo?
And then you get into some of the other outfits, right? Because you'll get guys that'll come along and they start building these. They build these guns, right? They build them, whether they got their own machinery, but they start putting these firearms together, and then you get these crazy price tags, right? Like you start getting into the everything from atlases to masterpiece arm stuff, all this other stuff. And when I say crazy price tags, I'm talking when you get to $3,000 and up is quite a bit of money for a pistol, a handgun.
The right thing, like, don't they like see? Because I think, I mean, is there? Because like the guns that you pay $6,000-$7,000 for, I think it's expensive, but I understand why. Because if I buy a gun that takes a guy, however, you got one guy who works on the gun from start to finish, and it's an artisan process. It ain't just I put it on the CNC.
Thank you, man.
That's how I sort of see that.
Well, I was trying to ask Integrity what why he thinks hold on, yeah, let me get my gun.
Yeah, because I understand why they charge so much. Like Mega was saying, like it'll be because of the material they use and stuff like that. But I can understand if I have one guy that builds my gun from start to finish and it take him 4 months, 5, 6 months, however long to do it. I can understand that's an artisan process. So you're gonna pay a little bit more for it. The Aries. Fam, you behind too. Why is everybody so far behind? Is YouTube lagging or something?
I was gonna do it just for you.
But resale value, well-known brands, and others. Yeah, that 2 turns.
Yeah, my bad.
Well, I think they're all behind. I think Fam behind too, because he's talking about the Aries. We had to answer that question long ago.
I wonder why it's like that.
Yes,
I have to text him and tell him he behind.
I'm about to text him right now.
Tell him he behind, man. So I don't think we'll ever get to the bottom of that though. But I think subconsciously though, we are programmed to believe whenever you start dropping that bag, that's when you're gonna get the best product. And I disagree. He said,
I think I said about 10 minutes ago. Yeah, I texted him.
yeah, he say,
That's true, Mojo. Quality is a price you
it
can't.
applies to all industries. Why BMW is more expensive than Toyota, yet they're less reliable and lose more value.
What up, Gina? That's a hell of a statement there. That's true.
I asked the Kato reps at SHOT Show what dies that.
All right, Mike.
What does the firearm offer that makes their prices valid? Crickets. Honestly, a staccato is a $1,400-$1,500 gun.
YouTube might be wrong.
What's up, Gina? You said YouTube lagging?
Mike said YouTube is having issues. Yeah, because I mean, I'm looking at my screen up here. It looks.
Is it way behind?
I'm not now.
I wasn't behind when I was on my phone,
and I'm not behind either when I look up at my TV screen. Seem okay, and it could just be affecting people in different areas too. So that stuff happens.
If y'all don't mind, please smash the like button, man. If you're just coming in, or if you've been in here already and just didn't get a chance to smash the like button, please do that, would you? I appreciate it big time, man. I like to get us to 100 likes every night if possible, and we are behind right now. So if y'all don't mind,
right now. What up, Robbie?
Robbie Two Click, Hillbilly.
Hillbilly said no lag there. Yeah, I'm not saying any lag either.
Because you still got people out there. Now listen, Lito, we're not going to talk about him right now. But you still got people out there that don't want to spend over $500-$600 for a firearm.
I mean, I don't really want to spend $500-$600 for a firearm.
So listen, you cannot have. So this is where I'm starting to learn more and more about how.
Me too. Man.
So many of these conversations are just subjective. They're fun to have though, but most of it is just subjective, man.
That's why I always wanted to have like a insider who knows the.
So remember I was telling you about the guy who I guess owns or started Sky?
Yeah.
And the guy said he's been around the industry for, I mean, some crazy number of years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was explaining the story about, why they made the guns, why they made them at that price range, he's a very knowledgeable guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he started talking about how, oftentimes these manufacturers don't want to have the conversation about why they charge so much. It's like, I know how much it costs to make these guns. And I think when you start talking about parts and, what it really costs to make a firearm, I think we would all be shocked if we knew that actual number.
Well, and here's the thing too. Are they making those firearms here in this country or somewhere else? Because I understand the reason why I pay so much for a staccato as opposed to I would pay for another gun that's made in Turkey or Czech Republic or somewhere. Those is just the difference. Getting the materials costs more here. Paying a person to do the work costs more here. So there's more into it.
Oh man, Thomas, I don't know, bro. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know the best pistol I've ever shot, but because I don't see, I don't know what I don't know. I don't know. I wish I could answer that because I've shot so many, right?
It's gotta be something you like the most, though.
No, I'm saying I try to take myself away from, because it's so easy for me to be like, all right, well, this gun, most people subconsciously gonna say the most expensive gun they got. Subconsciously, you'll just say it like no matter what, the most expensive one is always gonna be 9 times out of 10 your top,
Mm.
right? But I think when it comes down to guns that I shoot the best or I have the most success with, I would say the Canics, the Rivals. I think we've all shot those pretty well.
I like them.
No, I'm talking about guns I shoot well. The PDP. PDP might be my favorite gun at the end of the day. I can remember just shooting so well with the PDP, and it's not the flattest shooting gun in the world. It ain't I don't even, and I'm not a trigger guy like that. Like I'll adjust to the trigger unless it's just terrible. Yeah, I see what you're saying, fam.
Undercutting everyone in the industry can give off a bad rep. People start to think an affordable gun is cheap. You also need enough margin to allow for expansion. Yeah, see, you talking business. Well, most people do think that if it's affordable, it's got to be cheap. I learned that that's not the case.
That's definitely not true.
I'm a mechanic guy.
I was just going to say that. I think Canic is a prime example of just that. Like when we first saw Canic hit the scene, with what they would give you in the box, and then those guns would run, that was like the best bang for your buck.
It sure was at the time. Matter of fact, still with what you get with a Canic, you get everything in the box. That was one of the things that attracted me to it. Other than the fact that
you're starting to see that
everybody started to do it.
Where you're starting to see some quality firearms at good prices, at respectable prices. It's still great bang for your buck. But man, another very, very popular firearm, and I just said it's one of my favorites to shoot, is the PDP. That gun is so popular, man. Now, prior to like Roadblock really pressing the PDP issue, he like
Roadblock, a PDP. Ain't no bigger fan of the PDP than Roadblock.
And I had never shot the PDP until we met up with Roadblock out in Indiana that time, and I was hooked. By the time I left, I had to have one. Like it was like no question about it. Shout out to Joseph Harris too, man, for helping me get my hands on my first PDP. Yeah, integrity. I'm not a big trigger guy. Like I'm not that guy that's why I be messing with Lito. He done just got the bug so bad. Now that trigger in that gun, it's just not up to par.
Listen, I know.
Man, shut up, man.
You was just building.
He was just building $217 Glocks.
I know what you mean, Lito.
2 days ago. Now he can't. Now he don't like it because the trigger did too much take up and. Oh, it's that man! Stop it, man!
Long reset,
Y'all killing me.
What up, real deal? He like a genie. He said his name. He like the candy man. He showed up.
Shout out to Real Deal, man. That's where we was at in Indiana.
Yeah,
we was at Real Deal crib.
That's the reason I ended up buying the PDP. I kept giving it more and more too because Roadblock talked about it so much. And Roadblock is a good shooter, so I respected his opinion. So I said, let me keep shooting this thing. I said, you know something? This might be worth having. That was when I got one. And then the price was hella great, so. And I don't know why they had such a cheap price. It was like $449. I don't have a clue.
Shut up, Reg, man. Big dog killing me, man. He always telling me the food spots. Oh, chump.
Double meat corned beef. What's more important, the take up of the trigger?
That's a great question. That's a great question, Pedro. Again, for me, I'm not a big trigger guy. So I can deal with take up on a trigger because it kind of helps me, right? Like I can use the take up, get to the wall, and kind of stay on that wall till I'm ready to squeeze. Like I like that. I don't know if I would like something with no take up. I hear you guys talk about that. Like this has no take up.
I like less take up. I think the less take up to me the break is more important than the reset. That's just
so like a confusing question for me is probably a simple one for a lot of y'all. Because if somebody asks me, hey man, what gun has your favorite trigger?
Mm-hmm.
I really can't tell you. Like, I've gotten myself accustomed to each of those triggers that I like to shoot. And that's just kind of where I'm at with it.
I wish every trigger was a 1911 trigger.
All right, hey, okay, look. Jay, what up, man? Jay Wetton here, right? Listen.
Hey, what up, Jay?
Hey, Jay, what did you think about that Legion Precision today? So this is one of the guys, too, I was telling you that these guys they just shoot their ass off. This is what they do.
Mm-hmm.
I just let them check it out today.
Yes, they are, Nicholas.
Not a fan of travel after the walk. Come on, Nick. Stop, man. Oh, after the walk.
I know what he mean. Once you hit the wall, that should be it.
Yo, but look, the fam say Atlas and Infinity best pistol triggers. See, you going, but you'll argue with a million people. It's somebody right now saying Canon got the best triggers or Walther has the best.
I'm just wondering why you say that though, fam. What? Because why? Tell me why.
And when you say the best, it's got to be subjective, because I guarantee you that Nick, Jay, Gamage, Pedro, everybody's going to have a different thing that they expect when they shoot. Zach, Roadblock, everybody.
But my trigger and my platypus is a motherfucker. It just is. It did a great job on that.
I think the trigger in the Shadow 2s are amazing.
See? Yeah, you're right, Mega. It's correct statement is 2011 triggers.
2011 triggers are the best. Is that 1911? Are we talking the same ballpark?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Same concept for sure.
Yeah.
What makes a 2011 trigger different from a 1911 trigger?
That's a good question. I thought it was basically the same setup.
I'm to some of you guys who know a lot more than I do.
Yes, Jay, we can agree on that. 100%. Some people like a Cadillac, some people like Ferrari, some people like a Volkswagen.
You said they're the same mechanically.
Yeah, that's what. So what makes it, that's what I say. They're the same. It's just a 2011 ain't nothing but a double stack 1911. Unless you start breaking down the parts and all that, and some have two pieces of that, but it's the same. Like I said, mechanically, it's the same.
Yeah.
Nickel, I got that trigger's 1.5 pounds for my. After I had to chase that on my Legion. Shit is real heavy.
Difference is geometry to fit the grip. Oh, he lost me.
Yeah, that's
he lost me.
But so is it not the same mechanically, Jay? Since it's the 2011 trigger is wider due to the grip size.
All right, Joe Va, we got our expert. Hey, but we got some people in here tonight. What's some knowledge in this room tonight?
What up, Gravy? So Jay said the mechanics are the same. So if the mechanics are the same, wouldn't that make them the same?
So
I mean, you can polish.
What's wider? Just what's the shoe?
What you say, bro?
So okay, he said, but a 1911 is slimmer, so different.
But that's reason 19 and 2011 triggers are better is because there's less components to cause added weight, grip, pull, and break. And Fam saying no. What do you mean, Fam?
No, what? All right, that's it. Put the link out there, Zach.
Okay.
It's a lot of knowledge. It's a lot of knowledge in this room. It's some
great
shit in this room.
Understand some things now.
Some this room right here is full of knowledge.
Yeah, trying to understand some things.
Yeah, I want to know what y'all saying, man. You type it and it don't sound right. Because you could type, that's cute, and that could mean
right
a whole bunch of different stuff.
See, the magazine on the 2011 goes between the trigger bar. That's what makes it different.
Okay, we were asking, is the 1911 and 2011 triggers the same?
Yeah, are they the same? Because if they're the same mechanically, then I would say that they're the same.
Help me out, somebody. How many likes we got, man?
Hold on, I gotta go to the other page.
Still behind, man. Who didn't hit the like button? Anybody fingers hurting? Something going on in your life that's causing
93. We had 93 likes.
Nah, we need seven people out there that just decided.
Google said 2011 trigger has a trigger ball. So regular 1911 don't have no trigger ball? Or is it just that it's wide?
Trigger ball is wider.
Or it's just wider? But even if it's wider, it's still the same mechanically. And also the trigger spring is in the grip. It's not the same on the 2011 and the 1911? I thought they were the same.
I don't know.
Faster trigger ball. Hey, somebody click on that link, please. And come give us
somebody click on the link, man. Come up here. Say what you're typing.
If the grips are wider, then the trigger bar is wider, and one won't fit into the other properly. I mean, I get that. They may not be interchangeable, but if the setup is the same and the only thing is different is that the trigger balls are, I mean, what makes them, is it the fact that that's wider make it better, or are they still the same because it's mechanically the same?
This is good, man.
Yeah, I go Pedro. Overall function is the same. Yeah, both in the grip. And that's on the difference between. So
you click the link too. We got Pedro
on the difference between. Hey, they go Mega.
We got the gunsmiths in here. Mega the gunsmith in here. Now we're talking, man. That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
What's happening?
What up, Pedro?
How's it going?
Matter of fact, me and Zach don't know what we talking about.
Yeah, put us on.
Y'all got me here searching for t-shirts to put on. Those are my pajamas.
Hey, I felt the same way, Pedro. I was like, I forget it, man.
They're the same thing. To make it simple, one is just wider than the other one, but mechanically, the bar, the trigger, it's essentially the same thing.
So in that scenario, in that scheme, what would make one better than the other? The polishing it, or what makes it better? You know what I mean?
I mean, maybe someone else has a different perspective. I don't think one is better than the other.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's just more, in my opinion, time involved and like money put into 2011 performance triggers than there are 1911 triggers, right? The market for 1911 performance triggers isn't that big from my perspective, and I could be wrong here. So, like, why, for example, someone mentioned Infinity and Phoenix or Atlas. Why would they put so much research into 2011 opposed to 1911, right? How many race 1911s do you see out there? Not that much because of the capacity, right? Mm-hmm. You see them in like IDPA and other like leagues, so to speak. Again, this is all just my perspective, and if I'm wrong, someone correct me. Mm-hmm. But like most 1911s that I've seen, they won't reach, $8, $6, $5, $10,000.
Looks like a collectible junk.
Yeah, they're just like, for the market that there's out there today, 1911s just aren't that like popular, or like there's so many things that kind of outdate them, so to speak. Mm-hmm. Like you can get a Staccato CS that holds 60 rounds that's probably smaller than most 1911s, but you get all the benefits of a double stack. Just for like perspective, I guess. So, I mean, but there's dudes that love carrying 1911s, and it is what it is, and right. So each their own.
That top row, if they don't know it, it can't be known. Yo, Bob, what's happening? Hey, Real Deal, what's up, man?
What's up, man? How you guys doing?
You got a blanket on, man?
That ain't Tank.
Yeah, it's the middle of the summer.
This is trouble. This is trouble here.
Oh, how's Tank?
Tank, he's finally sleeping, man.
It's late for him, huh?
Yeah, he's late for him, man. He had his snack. He went to bed.
How you been, man?
I've been doing good. How about you guys?
Good, man. Good.
Trying to make it, man. Trying to
I
make it.
hear you. You know, word on the street is you moved to Florida, but I think that's a lie. I think you moved into Zach's house because you guys got the same paint job. You just in another room.
You think in the room next door?
You just in another room.
Hey, that's cute, man. I don't like the blanket you got on though, bro. It's really like it's really taking away from your toughness, man. You look
It's summertime, man. You got a big blanket.
you don't look like a gun guy no more.
Hey, man, you gotta be comfortable. Even gun guys gotta be comfortable.
That's true.
Damn it, man. At Roblox, said real deal got a blankie on.
That's right. I keep my house at 60 degrees, man.
Damn, that's cold.
Damn.
Oh, real deal.
That's right. My wife says I keep it nipple hard.
You do need a blanket.
Yep. These are some of the cultural differences that I like to speak on.
Because that's too cold.
You know, that's just too damn cold, man, to be keeping the house, man.
Oh no, man. Sweat outside, be comfortable inside. That's my motto.
I'm comfortable inside.
Well, you welcome to hang out with us as long as you want, man. But right now, I need to learn something from these geniuses.
All right.
So we saw Fam say a couple triggers. He mentioned a couple nice 2011s. These are the best triggers. But now, my opinion, I think all this stuff is subjective, right? Like somebody might think something else is the best trigger, right? Like to whoever that shooter is. That's my opinion.
I think if I can give my perspective, best is subjective, but performance doesn't lie.
Okay.
Right. I think when you compare a 2011 trigger to other triggers, mechanics, the PDP performance trigger or dynamic performance, I forget the order of the names. The Apex trigger and the MNP, which is, a lot of those triggers are phenomenal. I think just the finesse of a 2011 trigger is nearly impossible to beat. And that's any manufacturer. Staccato, Red Dirt, Infinity, whatever's out there.
And that was the second part of my question. So when we start talking 2011 triggers, what makes one 2011 trigger better than another?
Yeah. Because everybody seems to
what makes an Atlas trigger better than a Red Dirt trigger?
Everybody upgrade their gun and first thing they do, I'm gonna get a Red Dirt trigger. What makes it
Joe, go ahead.
Hey, how you doing, guys? Hey, thanks for having me on. Welcome to the other guys in the panel. I think, in all honesty, one of those things is it could be a little bit of peer pressure because someone said earlier, I get this expectation because I pay more for something, so it has to be better. So
I said that.
When I go and get a 1911, or if I go get a custom-made 1911, 2011, or a semi-custom-made 1911, 2011, there's that expectation that it's going to run out the box. Now, 90% of that is true, but the other 10%, the most important 10%, actually I would say 10% of that is true. The 90% that changes is the shooter, because most guns can outshoot the shooter, right? We have two things. We have mechanical accuracy and shooter accuracy. All guns that's manufactured today are far more accurate than the shooter can ever be. You put them in a ransom rest, it's going to shoot straight, all other stuff. With the triggers on your 1911s and your 2011s, it's true. They're pretty much the same, except for that trigger shoe is wider to accommodate the girth of the magazine well, right?
Trigger bar, you mean? Sorry.
Trigger. Yeah, thank you. I'm
okay.
Doing big boy stuff right now. One of the things, in my opinion, is repeatability. With a 2011 trigger, I can, put my finger on the same spot in that trigger damn near all the time. So the more I can repeat something, the more accurate I'm going to be. It's all about repeatability and everything else. Years ago, we used to put trigger pads on triggers so we can get that same index spot. Now with flat triggers, flat face triggers, it makes it a little bit easier to go to that same point. With a flat trigger, you're not getting so much of a fulcrum. So as you're squeezing that trigger, you're pulling straight back. You're not coming back and up on some triggers. So that's one of those things why like 1911, 2011 triggers by far are the best in the game. And now you have some of them that has a screw in the back that prevents over travel. Someone had mentioned, you go to the wall and then have to come, after all that travel after the wall. Once you hit the wall, that's it. Everything else is just over travel.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You're going to hit the wall, it's going to break, and then that's over travel. Then you got your reset. So without getting like all super geeky and everything else, your trigger is only as good as you think it is and how you run your trigger and learn it. There's a reason why Glocks are by far the most popular handguns in the world, right? U.S. military, U.S. SOCOM got stock Glocks. They don't change the triggers. They just teach people how to shoot with that trigger. So, but we can spend our money however we want to spend it, but get that training and learn that trigger, learn the nuances of that gun. I'm sorry for getting long-winded, but
that was dope. That was dope.
Yeah.
Fam. What's going on?
Yes, sir.
California? How you doing, man?
All good, bro. All good.
I think
You
we
All
got
good.
it.
So I just thought I'd jump on real quick.
When he say real quick, that means somebody said something that he didn't
Right.
like. He needed to come in and correct it.
He doesn't like my blanket.
I think the gentlemen have it 100% right. I'm trying to make the distinction. I think we get into these like circular arguments where we go round and round. I think we all know that if you give a shooter a Glock 19 with a factory trigger and you give somebody that can't shoot a lick an Infinity, the shooter is going to outshoot the guy with the Glock, right? The Glock guy is going to outshoot the guy with the Infinity. So I'm not talking about that. So let's take out the shooter and just talk about the firearms themselves. Now, I'm not even going to get technical. I'm just from a common sense perspective. Zach, you own a Glock, you own a Cannon. Which one has a better trigger?
Cannon.
Why? What makes it better?
What did you say?
What makes it better?
What makes it better?
For me, the take up, the wall, the reset, it makes it better. That's what makes it better.
Okay. I would argue 9 out of 10 people who shot that Glock trigger and shot the Cannon trigger would agree with you that the Cannon trigger is better. And so the same way it goes.
He's the one. Why you say no?
no, I'm saying no because that right there is a subjective statement, and it's always going to be subjective because I need an objective metric, if that makes any sense. Because some people like McDonald's over Burger King, some people like Coke over Pepsi. So, and again,
some people, but Jovan, do some people like a long gritty take up and and a nasty wall? If they do, then that's the gun for them. I'm just talking about what most people are going to consider. Most people, when they talk about a real quality trigger, they talk about a trigger that has a short take up, a clear defined wall, a crisp clean break, and a short reset.
All right.
And I think if you talk to most shooters, that would be their definition. Now, how good that gets varies as you travel up the trigger spear.
Yeah, and I'm gonna throw out this crazy purple grenade, right? Just kind of go Leroy Jenkins real quick. I think what we need to do is we need to find the purpose of that firearm. If you're a competition shooter, average, whatever, then yes, that might be some consideration, right? Someone said something about real light triggers and hair triggers. There's a reason why H&K triggers are men, are men triggers. H&K USP, you better work out to pull that trigger. There's a reason why you have 8, 9, 10-pound triggers because they're long, deliberate, because those are offensive military guns and police guns. So now we kind of have to separate between, and I hate to say everyday carry, but like a self-defense gun, a law enforcement gun, a military gun, and a competition gun. Because I can go from a gun with a 0.8 ounce trigger on it that God knows if the wind blows, it's going to go off 4 times. And I can go to that H&K, the first series of H&K USPs that came out in 1993. It's like, man, you got to be like Roadblock and have on big arms to pull that fucker.
I would respectfully, I don't want to say disagree. I would make the counter argument to that I've seen a lot of, at least here in Tampa or in the surrounding areas, a lot of the police officers aren't that great of a shot. Just from a training perspective, whatever it is. And when they're shooting, I mean, this really goes for anyone, actually. When you're, I don't want to say trying to go fast, but when you're trying to speed up the pace and kind of, yank that heavy ass trigger, I would even argue that a light trigger is, or can make the gun or make you more accurate than a heavy trigger. Because if you're pulling, like, Glocks are 4 or 5 pounds. Some of them are like 6.
Mm.
When you're
5 to 6, New York triggers are 8 triggers.
Yeah, like, which is atrocious. Let's all be honest. That's absolutely insane.
This is what I'm saying.
So
I agree.
When you say best, right? Like when I was when Fam said the best trigger is, but that would almost have to end with, in my opinion, because we got
100%, 100%.
Yeah. So yeah, if we got 2011s, most of them are going to be they're going to feel very similar.
Hey, fam, I got a question for you. So let's talk about 2011s or 1911s, right? Series 70s or Series 80s?
Damn. Hold on, I'm going to mute my phone.
What do you mean?
Well, meaning Series 70s is a better trigger than Series 80s because it doesn't have the safety feature.
Yeah. So and that's like kind of like that's really I think that's an unfair question. And I said a little bit Leroy Jenkins, and so when we talk about triggers, we talk about all that stuff because in 1911, 2011 is like, hey, Series 70s, Series 80s, because that's still a component of that trigger system, that whole deal. And Tampa Gun Works, you're right, man. I spent a lot of time down there in Tampa. A lot of those cops, they suck. We used to go out to the Hillsborough County Range, and they're not like the best shots. They're good at writing reports, but
you see what Minto said, and that's because that's always my thought in terms of the trigger. The reason why I want a better trigger, especially if I'm in a competition situation or whatever, is because I don't want to have all that sympathetic movement. That's what he called it. Yeah. And you get that when you got those heavy triggers because you have to do more with it. If I got a trigger where it's kind of light and I can just sort of hit it, you're going to be more accurate with that trigger than you are with a heavier trigger.
Yeah, I think in a self-defense situation, and I've never been in one of those, thank God, and I have no military experience or any kind of let's call it duty experience, right? Mm-hmm. But in my head, and the way I kind of do my training and even my matches, if I'm in a self-defense situation, in my head, I think you want to go fast, right? So just accuracy by volume almost. Mm-hmm. And if I can have, like my staccato, I think there's, my PDP is like a 2.5, 3 pound trigger compared to a 6 pound that's not like state regulated. The lighter the better, right? In my personal opinion.
So, I'm sorry, but one that back in the day and even up till now, a lot of your military guns and some of your duty guns, they have real long triggers. It's deliberate for a reason because that gives me an opportunity to draw my gun, to roll it, and to stage it as I'm presenting it. And now I got that decision time whether to shoot or not shoot. If I rock out here with my CZ checkmate and everything else, once I put my finger on the trigger and bring it up, it's pretty much it's a wrap. So that's like the gift and the curse of having I'm not going to say a light trigger, but having a trigger that's a lot less to actually go bang than, let's say, like your standard Glock that's real long and deliberate. It may even be gritty depending upon, when it came off the factory floor in Smyrna. And it's always a gift and a curse. It's always a give and a take. And I honestly think that it should be based on what you're doing most with that gun. get a 60 or 70% solution. This is going to be my EDC. I wanted to do X, Y, and Z really well. Everything else is just nice, and then rock with that. But again, I think, and I'm going to stand on this hard, it's all subjective.
Yeah.
Objectively, I would have to put those triggers and say, hey, we want a trigger that's going to pull consistently at 4.7 to 5.2 pounds. It's going to do X, Y, and Z, and we have to put it in a mechanical rest, and then do all that stuff, and then we have to put it in different hands, different shooters to get a cross section, right? Because all of us up here, none of us got the same size hands, the same ergonomics, and every gun's going to feel different to us just because we're all different. And that's again, that's a hard question to answer. What is the best trigger?
Hey, Mega, you ain't said. Let me hear Mega real quick.
Yeah, what I was gonna point out was the two things with the difference in the 1911 2011 trigger. The way the 1911 triggers are made, the trigger bar, the magazine goes in between the trigger bar. So with a double stack magazine, it means that part is wider. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. Another thing with the difference with the 1911, like how you say, Zach, how we both agree, all triggers should be 1911. Like it's the best trigger because most triggers are based on a fulcrum, like a fulcrum, a pivot. It has a pivot, and the 1911 goes straight back and straight only moves forwards and backwards. So that means you have a less of a chance to pull. You can still pull a shot, but it's less because when you're actually pulling. When they say you don't pull a trigger, you squeeze it.
Yeah,
I always said I think a 1911 is the only trigger you can really squeeze. Like every trigger has to be pulled. A 1911 can be squeezed. And then another thing about the way they work as far as the feel of them, the trigger bar in the 1911 has channels that it sits in. Those channels you can use a sanding stone that fits those channels perfectly, which you can sand the sides of the trigger bar itself as well as the channels, and you can take poundage, weight, that with the leaf spring to check. That you have so much control over that trigger alone than like any other gun made.
I think to kind of touch on the whole topic, I again, this is my perspective. I think when you kind of split up the categories of 2011 triggers to like polymer triggers, I do think it's subjective, but I also do think there are absolute better triggers than others, right? Like a PDP dynamic performance trigger will absolutely be better than a Glock trigger. Just from a smoother standpoint, the take up, the break, everything is smoother. For 2011s, I think it can be the same thing. Like a trigger on a red dirt trigger will be better than the trigger on like the T-SOF, right? Which is in the MIM part essentially. So it is subjective, but there are absolute betters compared to others, I think.
Absolute betters.
I would agree.
So I want to throw this out there. I agree with everything everybody's saying, but the better trigger is what we like when we go to the gun range. If we have to pull out a gun for self-defense, it doesn't matter if it's going to be 1911 trigger, it's going to be a Glock trigger. Your adrenaline's going to be pumping, and everything else. You ain't going to give a flying hoot about the trigger pull.
I actually agree with him.
Yeah, I mean, on that point, he's correct. You ain't gonna, all you care is that the gun gonna go off when you pull that trigger.
Yeah, we like these triggers when we go to gun range and we're practicing and shooting stuff. That's when we like the trigger. But when it comes down to it, when we need it, we ain't gonna give a flying hoot about the poundage.
A flying hoop.
And hoop meaning. I feel you. Hey, I can't dispute that.
Man, what up?
What up, man?
How y'all doing? Think
All
Mega.
right.
How you doing? Temper Gun Works. Jovar. Fat guy.
Yo.
Fam. How y'all
Good,
doing?
Armel.
Real deal. It's good to see
man.
you.
Good.
Real deal. It's good to see you. I ain't see you in like Ice Age.
I hear you, man. It's good seeing you, bro.
Word up.
Hey, fellas,
Yo.
I'm gonna back off the panel. I just want to come in and say my piece.
Man, you ain't even say enough yet.
Fam, did you get my text?
Yeah, I got it. I responded. That was my bad. That was my bad.
Man, fam talking about shit we were talking about 30 minutes ago.
All right, y'all.
All right, take it easy, brother. Yo, I
What
just
up,
want
man?
to say, man, that light trigger shit, excuse my language, But that light trigger thing is kind of like dangerous, and it's kind of like irresponsible on your carry. You know what I mean? Because I was at the doctor. I was at the doctor yesterday, and the girl was like, "So you carry a gun?" She was asking me about my scars, and I was getting a physical. She was asking me about your scars. So it was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah." They came up on me and shot me up, and she was like, "So what do you do about that? You carry a gun?" I said, "Yeah." So she said, "Well, I would have to need a lot of training and know how to shoot a gun." I said, "The most important training you need," and I don't know where it came from. It might have been Joe Voss speaking in my ear. That's some shit. But it was like, it's knowing when not to shoot somebody. Because there's a lot of itchy trigger fingers out there that, what I mean.
Well, what's one of the first rules of firearms?
I was about to mention
You say that, but everybody got them daggone Apex triggers and them fancy triggers on the carry gun too.
Don't put your finger on the trigger until you're ready to shoot.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask y'all something that's about those who do carry with light triggers. What's the laws like?
What's a light trigger? Hold on.
I'm gonna say this. Let me say this, bro. Like, I think when I say light trigger, I mean lighter than factory. So what I mean is like, all right, like out here in VA, they say in the concealed weapons classes, all of that, they say like if you go to court and your gun got a trigger that's lighter than the factory, the prosecution will try and spin that to like you made your gun the particular way to. That's what I've always heard. Now,
my argument with that, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Nah, you good.
If you're gonna go to court, they're gonna argue anything about your gun. You use hollow points. Those are designed to kill people. And if you use
why did you build your own
ball? Because you wanted to penetrate and go through the person. I mean, they're gonna say whatever they're gonna say.
And real deal, right? You could prosecute a ham sandwich. You can indict a ham sandwich, bro.
I mean, I just want to ask if anybody had experience.
I don't give a fuck what they trying to prosecute me on. If I'm alive and he dead, that's all I give a fuck about.
Yeah, but you don't want to be alive and buried in a prison.
I'd rather be alive and fight my case than dead.
Yeah, but you don't want to be found guilty on that case and buried in prison. That was justified.
I get there when I get there, but I'd rather be alive than fighting that shit than dead and can't fight shit.
A whole lot of innocent motherfuckers doing life sentences.
I'd rather have my daughter. I'd rather have my son and my daughter come see me through the prison wall than coming to my son. I'd
rather be fucking.
You know what the saying is, I'd rather be judged by 12 and carried by 6.
Hey, I'd be Minister Zacking behind the prison walls.
Hey, go have that beanie on. Going
That's right.
Not me.
Man, we went from light triggers to prison. That's cool.
Yo, this is Friday. What's up,
Joe Bob?
Go ahead, Joe.
Hey, can I press something that you said about light triggers and roadblock? You're right. What's a light trigger? So I think you probably have to define that first of all. But from my experiences and some of the things I've seen very competent shooters. They have these so-called light triggers and everything else. They had ADs or NDs, however you want to term it. And it wasn't because they had like their finger on the trigger. Some of it was just moving and they might have bumped something. And because of that really, really short travel and light trigger helped to induce an ND or AD. And then
they got a SIG?
Say again?
They got a SIG.
No, that shit ain't funny. But go ahead, Joe.
278 SIGs where I work at, and none of them just went off on their own. So, I mean, maybe we got good ones.
Same with me.
But yeah, people with these light triggers and everything else, they start moving and they misstep and fall, or they go put something on their kit, or they'll bring their help use a ND or AD. So one of those things, like those light triggers, we got to be cognizant of, like you said, never put your finger on a trigger until you're ready to shoot it. But situations,
what you're aiming
in the self situations, some of that stuff, that muscle memory kinds of go out the door, and you just automatically go to that trigger. because I know a lot of people they're trained to, as they unholster and present their weapon, they start rolling that trigger. So again, taking the movement, stress, and everything else, right? So you have to factor that in. And again, a lot of your duty triggers are heavy just because of that. You might be running or chasing someone, or you could slip and fall and your gun fall out the holster, or however you're carrying it. Those are some of those considerations, you know. And I know people shoot competitions and it never happens to them and everything else, but that's a very controlled environment because whoever's judging you will DQ you as soon as you, do a safety violation.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, and Joe and I had this conversation like for hours at a time. When you modify that firearm, you modify its use. You know what I mean? So if you want a light trigger, use that for competition. Do you want a light trigger for carry, or you want to lay these lines down like for carry? But then I go to the thing, buy a better fucking gun. If you're going to carry a gun and you want a nicer trigger, get one of them bullshit Canics or whatever the fuck.
Whoa.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Oh, Mel, I already know that. He hates Canic.
He said,
Mel won a free Canic and turned it down.
That was classic.
That's crazy.
That was all peer pressure.
Hey, Roadblock. You remember the trigger on the Porter, right?
Thanks, guys.
Like I would never carry nothing like that. Like, like I made that trigger to be that way, but I would never, like, and even if I do the giveaway, I'm a wreck. Like that's not a carry gun. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I wouldn't put a light on that or nothing. Like that gun is really for competition and range fun. Like you said, you touch that trigger, it's gone.
When the guy did the trigger the trigger job for me on my Legion, that's what, when I went back to get it, he was like, "You plan on shooting and moving with this gun?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, "You might not want to do that." That's exactly what he told me. And when I took it and finally got to the range and started shooting it, I was like, "Yeah, maybe I might not want to do that."
I mean, so if you certain triggers that you buy from reputable companies, aftermarket triggers will tell you this is a competition trigger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
this is a duty trigger.
Right.
So my PDP, my steel frame match is I have the Walther dynamic trigger in there, but I got I changed out the spring, return spring, and I changed out the another spring in it, and that was a 2.5 pound trigger. That's a competition gun.
Mm-hmm.
However, I still have my other PDPs that have the Walther dynamic trigger, which is still a 4.5 pound trigger. A 4 to 4.5 pound trigger when you use a trigger gauge is running between those two.
Mm-hmm.
It's lighter than the regular trigger, and it's flatter. So a flat trigger is going to have a different pull than a curved trigger.
Right.
It's going to have a different feel.
I like flat triggers.
Pedro, are you okay with a defense gun or carry gun having a 2 pound trigger?
No.
I have a different. So I'll answer your question to circle back on what Zach said. If a gunsmith is willing to put in a trigger where even in competition, if you're moving, it goes off, that's the wrong gunsmith to go to start off. So that's just not safe, right? In my opinion. If a controlled environment or not, you can slip up, whatever you're doing, you can fall back, the gun come out of your hand, and it goes off. That's the wrong person to go to, in my opinion.
Don't go back to him.
Yeah, because I can't say the Porter, even though that trigger is the way it is on the Porter, it's drop safe. It is drop safe. Like it ain't
for sure. But if
I ain't never tried to drop it and see if it would go off.
Yeah, but like to circle back on what he said, he's like, well, if you plan on moving and shooting, then why would you even put that in a gun to begin with?
In a self-defense situation, the most important thing to do is think, because once you drop down the impulse, that's when shit goes wrong.
For sure.
And a lot of people say it's just instincts and it's just smooth. Those motherfuckers who never been in a gunfight before. You gotta think constantly. When your brain shut off, you're dead.
For sure. I think constantly my perspective move and think. Is do carry guns deserve, so to speak, whatever the word is, light triggers? In my opinion, yes. There's obviously a
your
margin
carry gun should come. Your carry gun, I feel your carry gun should be the same gun you bought. Don't modify it. Don't do nothing to it. If you don't like the gun you bought, buy a different one.
Well, when Pedro was telling his reason was because, and I remember when he was talking about it, he said, because when you go in that situation and you go to pull that firearm for that defensive situation, you want to get a lot of rounds on your target.
You bought to buy a better gun.
No, hold on.
That's not entirely true, because a Glock is twice the price of a Canik, and those triggers fucking suck. So a better gun is relative.
Well, you can buy a Canik then.
So earlier somebody brought up the Apex trigger. As far as I know, Apex trigger are the only triggers that the police force will allow them to swipe out their triggers, their duty guns with.
Geisley.
They can do Geisley now?
They can do Geisley on their rifles.
I think
on the rifles, but for the handguns, they can put Apex triggers in their guns.
Yeah, I think if the concern for a duty gun or carry gun is the trigger's too light, then you're lacking training.
Basic. Thank you.
No, for real though.
Because if you,
I'm gonna tell you this, I don't think that's true.
Hold on, Armel. If you have a firearm, right, and you put a different trigger in there, but you constantly use that gun, you train with that gun, you know that trigger. So it doesn't matter if you put an aftermarket trigger in it. It doesn't matter if you modify the gun. If you
yes, it does.
No, it does not. Because if you run that gun constantly, because like I ran a class last week. I ran a pistol class with my Glock 45 last week. It has a Timney trigger in there with a Johnny Glock trigger shoot. A lighter trigger pull. It's like 4 pounds.
I think the way they that's another whole problem. But
I have about 1,300 rounds through that gun.
That's another entire problem. I think something's up with the training part of it, the training aspect of it.
All right, man.
But that's a whole different issue. Because if you pulling that gun out, because it's not thinking, it's all this combat training. Go out, shoot every motherfucking body. Motherfucker roll up on you, shoot him. You scared, shoot him.
Yeah, but that's
shoot him fast and put as many rounds in him as possible. If you shoot a motherfucker, still try to get away.
Yeah, but that's the scenario. Then that's not a trigger issue.
That's the real world, bro.
Yeah, but it's not a trigger issue. It's a training issue.
It's a training issue, and the training that a lot of people are getting is bullshit for real.
Right,
and it's
but that goes back to the whole
practical in the real world.
Again, I agree. I agree, but that's also, again, it's a training issue. If I shoot my PDP in matches, which is what I carry, right, I have 10,000 rounds this year alone on it. How is that going to differ? Because competition's obviously not as stressful as a self-defense situation, but some of those stages can get fucking intense, in my opinion, right? I think if I can put 6 in you before you can put 1 in me, I win the fight.
But you can do that with any fucking trigger.
That's not true.
It's true.
Hold on. So you're telling me, in my perspective, you can you can do a build drill faster with the Taurus than you can with the 2011? That's highly not true.
The whole militaristic shit is on another side of it.
Build drill is not.
That's the training aspect of it. That shit don't work in real life. Because when somebody got the drop on you, you ain't got time to put 16 in them. If you're smart, you're trying to get away and shoot as you go.
Of course. But then again, if you're trying to get away, then
when the fuck does this matter? That's the problem.
First of all, you're arguing that you can always get away.
Yeah, every situation is not.
Raise your hand if you've been in a gunfight before.
How many times have you got shot and never actually got your gun off?
How many times have I? How long have I lived?
What I'm saying is that, Armel, I'm gonna hit you with this. Don't take offense. You got shot, and you
roadblock. We from two different places, bro. The time that I got shot and how many gunfights I survived are two different stories.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
Listen to me.
Hold on. Let me finish.
The times that I have gotten shot and the amount of gunfights that I lived through are two different stories. You understand?
So
the amount of times that I was on the other side of a gun are two different fucking stories.
I mean,
I survived more gun battles without getting shot than the times that I got shot.
Because you was running, right?
Nah, it's not a matter of I'm running or not, right? It's not a matter of running or not.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Mental roadblock. It's not pulling out the gun.
Like,
You survive more shit with the gun without a gun than you can survive with the gun, bro. The gun is just a tool, bro.
God damn, shut the fuck up.
The gun is just a tool. It's not a life-saving tool.
Don't listen for shit. Shut up.
I know, because you don't bullshit, bro.
What I'm saying is that every scenario ain't the same.
Yeah.
Every scenario ain't an R-Mel scenario. It's not.
99% of them.
No, Negro. It's not. I just watched a video today in Colorado.
Keep watching them videos, bro, and get yourself hurt.
Look, what I'm saying is,
hurt somebody.
Where's your video at?
Hurt somebody else for nothing.
Where's your
That's
video?
the worst case scenario.
Where's your video?
This I will say.
Nigga.
Let me step in and say this. I've often said that there's way more scenarios that can occur than you can train for.
That's right.
So there's a million different instances that'll happen, and an event will never happen the way that you train for it. That's exactly. One thing I agree with Armel on. Like everything that we will go through training for and that we do all the time, because I'm gonna tell you, I came up in a rough area. I came up in some rough times, and I don't say that to try to glorify it, because it's some of the scariest shit I ever seen in my life. I wish I never had to see it. When you outside or you doing something and somebody's shooting and they trying to take you out of here, boy, everything in the world changes. Everybody talk about what they'll do when it happens. And I promise you that everything flips different when it do happen. And the first thing I ever tell anybody, you ever around and you hear gunshots, get out the way.
Out of the way.
Wake up, move, go. Don't try to be a hero. Don't. Oh, I got this. I'm ready. Because it's some gung-ho people out there though.
I teach that in my class.
I think
they hear it. They ready to. They hear it. Oh, it's time to go get them. No, it's not.
No,
to go get them. It's time to get your ass out the way. And a lot of times, especially like in the city I'm from, you look at it now, and this ain't videos we watching on YouTube. This is happening every day. I don't care how trained up you are. I don't care how much security you got, no matter what's going on, man. You ask them delegates in Chicago that got robbed after the DNC.
Ask the Secret Service agent that was protecting the president.
It don't matter how cold of a shooter you are. When it gets to you, it's to you. So learn how to get out of situations. Learn how to stay away. Get out the way. Move.
I think to touch on that, if you don't mind, and I don't mean to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
In a self-defense situation, and again, I haven't been in one, poundage won't matter. Let's just start there, right? You're going to pull the pith out of that trigger however you want because it's stressful. And right, so poundage, you won't even feel it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I agree 100%.
Yeah, but I think if you can't run a light trigger on your duty gun, not from a self-defense situation, but from a safety perspective, then you're not training enough.
No, you know what? I can't disagree with that. What I'm saying is, it's oftentimes, man, you're not always lucky enough to have a chance to even do that.
Oh, I agree.
Like when shit happens and you gotta react, it's not always going to be in your best interest. You're lucky if you got the chance to pull your firearm, see what you need to go shoot at, and go through the training steps. You lucky if that happens.
And not only that, RG.
Hey, Ramsey J, get pulled, cops, man, they don't train. The average cops only train twice a year. They only shoot twice a year to qualify. They don't train.
Twice a year,
yeah. When you pulling that trigger in a situation, when you pulling the trigger in a situation like a get the fuck off of me situation, that weight doesn't matter. You're gonna pull that bitch to it empty. You're not even gonna notice the gritty trigger and all that.
I gotta ask you.
Hey, where Bang TV at too?
It's a 12-pound trigger. You got a 4-pound trigger. Who gonna get to the pool faster?
Yeah. Does it fucking matter?
It doesn't fucking matter.
That's a stupid ass.
It does matter.
How does it matter?
How does it matter? Explain to me, how does it matter?
Hey, it's crazy. Hey, as wild as we think Armel is, y'all, I'm gonna tell you, man, a lot of what he's saying makes a lot of sense. Sometimes maybe the way he's saying it not making sense to you, but a lot of what he's saying makes sense. I can give you some scenarios that what we talking about right now is so irrelevant. If I brought Bang TV in here right now, he's literally from Chicago. Been on the news, everything, been in some crazy situations. When it happens, man, everything we talking about right now is so irrelevant, bro. What red dot you got on the gun? All that shit.
I agree with you, but I think the point of does it matter who gets to it faster is important, because that's if you play the speed game.
I'm agreeing with you, right? But this is how I'm disagreeing. Hold up.
Let me finish my point real quick.
The thing you don't want to do is you don't want to overkill. I know it's a lot of militaristic training going out there, but you, as a civilian, as a regular person, you don't want to overkill, because you could be gun-ho like my man Roadblock and shit.
Who the fuck is gun-ho?
Overkill is when you keep busting and it hit an innocent person, not the target.
Look.
Right. Hold on. Well, that goes back to
when that trigger keep moving and it's not hitting that person.
I'm good.
Now, for real.
That's a training issue, not a trigger issue.
Not training shit. Because if somebody's coming for you and you miss, you accountable for every round that comes out.
I agree.
But that don't
whether
matter
you nervous, scared,
that's a light trigger.
That don't matter if you got a light trigger or heavy
and if that round, hold up. If that round hits a little girl in her fucking bedroom bed, you're accountable for that.
Yeah.
So you squeeze that trigger. Every time you squeeze that trigger, you want process in between there. So it's not just training. Your training gonna go down the drain when you get punched in the face.
Yeah, but
it's really going down.
If you're shooting and you miss,
you want that little microsecond of thought.
But if you're shooting and you miss and hit a little girl,
I'm just saying, it could be an old lady.
That's the number 4 rule of gun safety. Know your target and what's behind it.
I think speed does matter. To quickly touch back
when a motherfucker roll up on you and everybody's behind you and he got the drop on you and you gonna pull out and
you like no, Armel,
about what's behind your target.
Armel, shut up real quick. If somebody run up on you and there's people behind him, you don't pull. You got.
First of all, the motherfucker ain't gonna run up on me.
Hold on. It's over with it. If you
First of all, somebody ain't gonna run up on me.
Man, you don't listen, man. You don't listen to me.
Because I see the shit before it happens.
Respond, man. Okay.
Big Zo, what's going on, champ?
What up, Big Zo?
What's going on?
That big ass bottle Armel drinking. That's what's talking right now.
Oh man, he drinking a 40?
That's what's talking right now.
I was gonna ask if he's drinking a 40 ounce.
Right. So he's drinking 80 ounce.
Hey, hold on.
Bless your born day, Big Zo.
Hold on, I'm about to bring my man on here.
We'll have a moment of silence here. I think speed does matter, especially in a self-defense situation. Personally, I don't think poundage matters in a self-defense situation. Again, I haven't been in one, so I could be wrong. But I do think lighter triggers do aid in more accurate shots. All this goes obviously all the way back to training. If you're not training enough with a 20-pound trigger or a 1-pound trigger, it won't make a difference.
So I can't. There's no way I can say you're wrong. You're absolutely right. I think when we start talking about, I think the part we get a little mixed up is when we start talking about self-defense situations. Self-defense situations is never what we envision. Like
of course,
it's never that way. Like 100 out of 100 times, it's never the way you envision it. So it's like, trust me, man.
Let me hit you with this. RGG. So the average police officer trains twice a year, and that's only to qualify. Their accuracy rate is between 29 and 33%. SWAT team members who train weekly, that percentage goes up to 60%. So training does matter. You're training in a stressful situation because you resort back to your basic function. And if your basic function is I have been training yearly upon yearly, and I do this in stressful situations, this is what I'm going to resort back to. That's what training does. Now, you say like, a lot of the cats that's in the hood or whatever that's in Chicago, they don't train. The average person in Toledo, Ohio, does not. We got a constitutional carry. So basically, you can buy a gun and put it on your hip. The average person does not train. So yes, in that instance, if somebody run up on you,
wait. If they're jacking people 3-4 times a day, that's training.
They training.
You said who? You still?
Hey, I want to say something too, RGG. When you said something about the videos, I have to say this, and like you say, it's not a good thing. It's just real though. Like I've seen multiple videos of Chicago issues. Yo, the way them young boys, some of them young boys naturally react when stuff pop off, it's crazy that they're that young. And they be like, I've seen multiple videos where shots go off. They're not running. They pulling out and like going. I'm like, yo, to just like that. It's like, and they be young teenage little dudes. I'll be like, yo, that
grew up with it. So I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna share, and I usually never ever do this, but I'm gonna share something that I told one of my sons a few days ago, and it's a difference. There's a difference in mindset when like even when I'm here, like if I'm here and I'm on YouTube and I'm talking, there's YouTube QA, professional shooters, competition guys, instructors. There's a language that we all use and we kind of go by on a daily basis because we all law-abiding citizens, right? But what makes things different in the real world that I think training lacks, which is what I felt like Armel was saying in his own little way, is the other side don't think how we think. See, you are going to think consciously, oh, I'm responsible for this bullet, where it goes and what's beyond my target. Where savages would never think like that. If I'm in the streets, I don't care what's beyond the target. I'm shooting at whatever I'm shooting at. They don't care who's around. They don't care. Like there is no rules. See, and I'm just gonna say we'll think by the rules. Where the streets don't think by the rules. If that makes any sense. Like we'll be thinking as instructors by the rules. Like, well, I'm faster, my trigger, all this. The streets don't think that way. When it's going down, it's going down. Like they don't care. They got the drop on you. Don't try to be fast. Don't try to be quick, McGraw. It's probably not going to work out too well for you.
Can we distinguish between somebody having the drop on you and you actually seeing the threat before it comes?
Yeah.
If somebody has the,
I want to apologize. Apologize.
If somebody has the drop on you, then yeah, you got.
I want to apologize.
Hold on. God damn, can't shut up, nigga. Damn, let me finish.
I just want to interrupt you. I'm interrupting you. You know me better than that.
Finish what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is when I teach my classes, I call it the window of engagement. Your window of engagement is literally your window when you can engage. If you are before or after that window of engagement, that shit is over with. That shit is over with. If somebody, I have a video where a dude comes out of his garage and he's getting something out of his truck. It's 3 dudes walking down the street in Florida. They turn around, they pivot. One pulls out a Draco, another one pulls out a Glock with a extended magazine, and another one pulls out another Glock with extended magazine. The dude just raised his hand. He got pistol whipped. They laid him on the ground, and one of my students asked me, he's like, "Well, would you pull?" I said, "Hell no." Yo, it's over with. Once they pull him, it's over with. Let them have the car.
You don't drone a drone gun.
Yeah, so
you don't drone the drone block.
That's dope.
But believe it or not, this is the craziest thing, man. It's not very often that you're gonna get the warning.
Yo, what they need to be teaching is instinct and knowing what the shit look like before it happens.
Yeah, and that's what I thought. Like,
you know what it looked like. First of all,
it was
there's
three
rules to this shit.
dudes walking
A
down there.
self-defense situation is never one, hardly ever one. If it's one, it's personal. If it's one, somebody coming out to get you. But if it's two, it's always that one dude and the done it motherfucker who amping it up. You know what that shit look like? Avoid that shit at all costs.
Well,
And you never have to worry about your gun or nothing.
there's some stuff that you can't teach. Like there's certain situations that you've been in when the hands on the back of your neck stand up. So you know when you in that environment,
the weed be letting you know.
You sense that energy and you know, okay, it's time for me to get out the way.
You know what I mean?
And anybody who's been in those environments understands what I'm saying.
David Banner.
Yo,
what up, bro?
Some stuff you can't teach.
What's going on?
All I'm trying to say is that trigger shit don't matter. Buy your gun, you don't like it, get another one.
Who that? I can't see that. Who that?
That's Bang TV.
Hold on, I'm trying to connect to my headset. Hold on.
Yeah, I think to go back on the whole kind of training or can't train things.
The wrong people teaching the damn training. All these guys jumping out of helicopter ass cats.
This might sound kind of corny. I think competition, shooting USPSA, shooting IDPA will teach you a lot, right? It's high stress given stress parameters.
Stress, bro.
Sorry?
That's a different type of stress.
I mean, of course, but I can't simulate a self-defense situation every time I go train. So it's tough to like get the correct amount, but it is some stress, so you get you somewhat acclimated. And it's on performance on demand. So you have one go at stage. A lot of stages sometimes are Virginia counts. You have a set round of counts, or set round of shots. So every shot's accounted for. If not, you get penalties, and that affects your score. So I think the little stress that is induced with competition shooting and making you move around, all the shots are accounted for. I think it teaches you a lot more than just static ranges, and honestly, sometimes even certain classes, because there are a lot of bad instructors out there.
I think it's the opposite, because I think a lot of the competition shooting is based on combat. Is based on combat shooting. It's shooting techniques, multiple targets, multiple threats at further ranges.
I disagree.
Most of the stuff that in a self-defense situation is very close contact. And I ain't talking about CQB like my brother Jova, who dropped off a little bit, be talking about, because he'd jump out of the helicopter, dude. But
I mean, you can ask RGG.
Yeah,
we sponsor a league on Sundays where most targets are probably 5 to 10 yards out.
Yeah, but most threats is about 3 feet.
Right, but if you're training from 5 to 10, anything within that 5, it's the same thing.
I don't think so, bro.
So we're
That's okay. Y'all
talking
agree to
about
disagree.
That's a whole different story.
Hey, Bang TV, what's up, bro?
What's going on, bro? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you just fine, man. Let's talk about something real world.
Right. So, okay. So the situation I was in, like, I see everybody's point of view. So I'm not gonna talk about like the 2 incidents when I was legal, a felon, so I'm blessed to be in this position. I ain't gonna talk about stuff when I was in the street and actually, so I'm gonna talk about when I met you, RGG. Yeah, and when I was, I had my, because I was illegal, you know what I'm saying? I got everything expunged, I had a whole new life. So this is about 3 years ago. Long story short, me and my cousin, we driving, we go to a gas station. He got to get gas, he got to go to work in the morning. He about to drop me back off. He goes in the gas station. Now, I'm a truck driver by trade, so we just left one of my buddy houses because I'm about to buy a semi-truck from him. So I had the paperwork, the contract, and everything. So my head is in the paper while he go in there. So he come out, he pumping the gas, and I just hear a commotion. I look back, my cousin being robbed. You know what I'm saying? He being robbed at the gas pump. So I'm in the passenger seat. I position my weapon on me. Long story short, he robbed my cousin, get the money. Like I saw the guy half turn to walk away. Then he turned back and said what he got. Now he opened the driver door. He had my cousin hemmed up against the door. He got my cousin, the gun to his belly. He look in and He stick his head into the car and like, what you got? I'm like, nothing. I position my gun between my legs and threw my hand up so he couldn't see it. I'm looking like, I ain't got nothing. Boom. He said he made my cut. He was getting aggressive. Like, he could have just took what he had and just left. He was getting aggressive. Like, nah, what you got? So my cousin, you know, caveat, my cousin is a, you know, still street. So he had something on him. He couldn't get, my cousin tried to reach. He saw it. He smacked my cousin with the pistol, set him down. Whoop. So I'm looking like, in my head, make a long story short, I'm looking like it's a life or death situation. He made my cousin sit down, and I'm looking like, damn. So once he did that, he leaned across my cousin and patted my pockets. My cousin said something. He turned back. Boom, I went off. Hit him dead in the face. He flew out the car. Boom, I didn't see him no more. You know, it's muffled because we in the car. So my ears is like muffled to the sound. So like what I'm saying with like Armel is right. This guy was touching me when I hit him in his face. He was like we that close. His head on. Who? He gone. It's muffled. I'm telling my cousin like it sounded muffled. I'm like, pull off. Instantly, I see my cousin jumping in the back seat and it snapped back into reality. He hit in the face. Boom. And he's holding his face and he's shooting blindly. Boom, 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 boom. Like I'm talking about my cousin get hit altogether 6 times. When the shootout over, my cousin hit 6 times. I'm like, this was crazy. He hit my cousin. He probably hit my cousin 2 or 3 times. His buddy in the car behind us, they was in a stolen vehicle. Like when we talked to the detective, they was in a stolen vehicle at the gas station 30 minutes before we got there, all tinted windows, no license plates on the front or the back, looking to rob people, period. Like the camera could see them. So when he hit my cousin jumped in the back. I engaged him. I see him shooting blindly. Like, you know, I saw the tape. I see him shooting blindly, like shooting wild with his hand over his face. Just shooting. Boom, 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 boom.
Wait, which person was that? Your cousin?
No, my cousin jumped in my cousin was in the driver's seat because he set him down in the driver's seat. My cousin. Say it again.
Who got hit in the face?
The dude robbing us. I hit him in the face.
All right.
So he grabbed it.
Armel is not right.
Like he instantly. I like when I did that, he like say what the city council at. This how close his face is to me. So when I pulled out, I basically like leaned my back against the door and just boom, boom. He flew. I didn't see him. It was like almost instantaneous. Boom, he gone. And I'm like, for just say I got a second or two. I'm telling my cousin go, and I'm wondering to myself like why my cousin ain't going. Cause like I say, it's loud. It's you know I still hear that echo in the car.
Shit get crazy.
My cousin. It's instantly, I see him moving and jumping in the back seat, and then it snapped into reality, shots going off. And I look, you know, like, but this was crazy because if y'all understand how this car looked, bullets was hitting the top of the ceiling. Bullets was up. Long story short, the person who his friend who helped him, if he knew an extra person was in the car, he would have killed me. I swear to God on my life, there was 3 holes in the headrest. When my cousin moved and jumped in the back seat, if my cousin don't jump in the back seat, my cousin dead. If he knew I was in the passenger seat, he killed me. And he would have killed me if he would have knew I was in the passenger seat. Altogether, it was a team amount of holes in the car. Altogether, 6, like we close, dude right behind the car. 60 shots let off total. The guy, go ahead.
Let me ask you this. Was when you pulled out your gun and you shot,
right?
Did you think or was that instinct?
It was instinct because he was getting aggressive.
That's what I'm saying.
He was getting aggressive. It was instinct. He was getting like
thinking.
When he was getting aggressive, instantly what happened was he gonna kill us, do what I need to do to go home to my daughters.
That was the thinking moment. That was the thinking moment.
No, that's not. But no, that's not a thinking moment because
that is a thinking moment.
If you listen to me, I'll explain to you because every man on here is a father, so it's already ingrained in your psyche that I got to get home. So when he pulled it, and that factors in to your instinct. That's
I
your.
can see. I can agree with Roadblock, and I agree with both of y'all because. It's instinct and it's a slight thing. It's like this because I agree with both of y'all because I see both of y'all points because he's like I'm thinking like because he's right. It's like instantly, this was my thought process. He's getting overly aggressive. It's like he want more than money. It's like he ready to, you know what I'm saying? He ready to kill somebody. So it's like, I don't want to die tonight. So soon as like in my head, it's like soon as I see the opportunity where he dropped the gun or turn his head, anything, take off. As soon as I seen it, I did it. As soon as I
and that's what that
I
delay
did.
in the
Boom.
firearm. Back
He
to
was
the
gone.
discussion. That's what that little that extra pound is for. For you to sort that shit out. It don't the thought process.
That extra pound wouldn't have nothing to do with
Yeah, we all just agreed that in a self-defense situation, the poundage doesn't matter. So if it was 1 pound, 20 pounds, 50 pounds,
that's
he
true,
didn't feel it.
Because after I hit him, me and him engaged in a shooting. Like I had to keep my head low. Like if you understand what a head rest, I couldn't go high because I seen the bullets hitting the ceiling. So I was low over the armrest and engaging with him. Like when I look on the camera footage, when they showed us my gun, my bullets hitting all by him. He is sliding back on the ground. He slide bullets. I see my bullets sparking off the ground. They see him shooting in the car. He hit in the face. Long story short, his buddy after shooting, my cousin was getting hit while he was in the back seat. Because my cousin kept saying, I'm getting hit. I study him, my cousin getting hit more while he in the back seat. The dude shooting through the back of the car is still my cousin being shot by the dude in the back that's shooting through the back windows. Like so, and my cousin engaged with him. That's what gave me that's what made me get in the driver's seat because my cousin made him stop shooting out the back window. That guy, detective say the person had to help him in the car. His shoe was left at the scene, and he had most of his bullets still in his gun. He had a Glock 23 with like a 30 on it, with most of his bullets still in the gun, and that person had to help him. He said but like I only saw one person, but he like they had to help him in the car. So and then talking to the detective, he perished like 2 days later. And in his initial report, they got caught and they lied. They said something about they was driving in traffic and somebody shot in the car. He got hit in the face. That's exactly that's what was said. But and so long story short, it was like it was a think and no think. I see both point of views. It's like I just knew like he getting aggressive. I want to go home tonight to my kids, and I got to do what I got to do. Cause he could have instantly took the money that he got from my cousin and walked off. He decided to come back and look and say he got another victim. He specifically said, man, what you got? I'm looking like, man, I ain't got nothing, and I already positioned my weapon. I already positioned my weapon, and he didn't see. I was surprised when he leaned over, touched my pockets, that he didn't look and he didn't see in between my legs. And as soon as my cousin said something, he turned his head, and I instantly grabbed and leaned back and boom, and he was gone. And it was but he shot my cousin probably my cousin got hit 6 times altogether. You know what I'm saying? So, and I instantly pulled off and drove us all the way to the hospital. That's the caveat.
It's like what Roebuck said. He saw his window of opportunity and took it.
Hey, listen,
that's what it was.
I hate to cut everybody off, man, because this is great. This is great. We didn't went over, and I didn't even realize it. But I got
this is the caveat. The police was nowhere in fact.
Oh, caveat, man. I said
wait, hold on. Wait, look, RGG. Look, the police was nowhere around. It took me literally a 15-20 minute drive to get him to the hospital. And the police pulled us over literally 3 blocks away from the hospital. Wow. They pulled us over and they saw the windows, the tail light, everything. And I'm like, he shot. And they guided us to the hospital. They I was already running every light and everything I could. And I'm looking like, now y'all helping.
Right, now you get help.
They always come after the they wait till the gunfire stop to pull up.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
they only say twice a year.
Yeah, but but I'm like you, RGG. That street life, I ain't even about to indulge in that. I'm good, but yeah, it wasn't my first rodeo. You know what I'm saying? So it was like,
I ain't gonna lie. I don't believe in all that old tough guy stuff, man. Most guys,
of course,
man, everybody in the streets want to get out. Most of them.
That's the point. I'm surprised I'm even in this position to be. I had a gun charge. You know what I'm saying? Back in.
I'm glad you are. I'm glad you're here with us, man.
Yeah, I think you need to. I think we need to run this for another 45 minutes, RGG.
I ain't gonna be able to do it. I ain't gonna be able to do it.
Right.
But
No, we don't.
RGG's on East Coast time now.
hey, Pedro, thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks, Pedro.
Yeah, yo, I'm apologize, Pedro, if I offended you, man. You quick on the trigger, dude.
No, man, Pedro. Hey, listen, I
With the
appreciate
draw.
Pedro coming through, hanging out through this, and
Nah.
I didn't have to warn him or nothing. You in here now? This is how it gets from time to time, especially on Fridays. I've seen it get worse, but
Oh yeah.
it's always good, man. I think it's good that we all gonna learn.
I think everyone has a perspective, right? Agree to disagree, and we're all grown here, and that's okay.
We do this all the time.
I
man.
think to quickly round out, I think ported guns, not to plug myself, and lighter triggers make you a better shooter. So
Yeah,
Hey,
and
that was
competitions
cold as hell
and,
like that, Pedro.
and
That-
stuff like that.
You have mine on Tuesday, so
hey, listen, all you need now is that lighter trigger. That's all I'm saying. You're halfway there.
Hey,
Pedro,
Hey,
see
listen,
that
y'all.
video?
Matter of fact, I'm getting all the names on the wheel right now. If anybody want to get in at the last second, you may.
I'm gonna drop out.
Oh, now you want to drop out.
Oh man, you drinking a 40-ounce, man?
Nah, I'm drinking a 32 Modelo.
he drank some bullshit.
he drinking
Modelo.
the migrant special. The
Modelo. Yup. Yo, that's
so
a broke nigga
look, what I'm
drink.
doing tonight, I'm either giving away a Hollow Sun Optic or LPVO. I'll let you kind of choose which way you want to go.
I can't hear a thing you're saying.
I think
That's Bang TV.
So basically, I'm giving away a Hollow Sun.
There we go.
Pistol Dot or LPVO. I'll let the person who gets chosen choose which way they want to go. $10 donations. The Cash App is on the screen. In about 3 minutes here, I'm gonna spin the wheel. I got most of the names on the wheel already. So
is it $10 per entry?
Correct. So you got, you donate $30, you got 3 entries, basically.
So listen, thanks that you drinking that open borders beer.
Yeah. All that shit. This is a broke cat beer, man. Today is the last day of the month. You got to pay the bills. So I'm sad. So
I'm surprised you're not drinking no Heineken.
Some broke
you
cat
too
beer.
old to be drinking more
You know what I
liquor.
mean?
Yeah, I'm surprised you're drinking some Heineken or something. You're just drinking Modelo.
Yo, I'm broke, bro.
I thought you was drinking Coke 45 or Coke.
Yo, that's the first time that caught me on the last day of the month. The bills got to get paid, bro.
I thought you was doing your Billy D. Williams drinking that Coke 45. I saw that.
They ain't got it at my store, man. They don't got no Coke 45 at the store, man.
They got Schaefer's?
They don't sell that around
No, they
here.
don't even got Schaefer's.
Hey,
They don't sell that
Not
You can't get Coke 45.
No.
Old English. You can't get none of that around here.
Yo.
Mad Dog 2020.
Yo.
Pedro.
Wild situation over here, man.
Hey, you work hard, man. You deserve to relax. You at the crib, you chilling.
Yo,
you ain't got no
I'm about to order.
I get paid once a month, bro. I get paid once a month, and I be mad every time I get paid, bro.
Hey, Pedro, I'm about to get the Parker Mountain machine comp for the M9A4. I'm gonna send that out to you, man.
Huh? For the Beretta?
Yeah, I heard you say you could do something nice with the.
We can add a little bit of sauce to it for sure.
Yeah, I'm about to send that to you in a couple weeks.
Let's do it.
Hey, we were talking about that earlier.
Shout out to everybody that hit Pedro up and that's sending this stuff out to Tampa Gun Works. I think I'm confident that he's gonna do some good work, man. I'm not only the hair club president. I'm going.
And listen, disclaimer: if you're not happy with it, let us know and we'll make it right. So.
Yeah, Pedro, my slide will be there.
Yeah, Pedro, you need to come up to the East Coast, come up the Northeast, come up
Hey,
to
DMV. Hey, Pedro, just do mine first. Just do mine first.
Listen, Lito gets his back, I think, tomorrow or today. So he'll let y'all know if it's good or not.
Hey, look. Hey, I don't know what y'all problem is, man, but I'm pretty close to Pedro down here. That's first and foremost. Look, we get off the live the other night. Zach, the first one getting on the phone with him. Pedro, let me get you mine first.
I called him the next day.
I'll put it in the mail this afternoon.
Hey, listen, everybody, yeah, you got to put it in the mail. I'm gonna put it in his hands.
Yeah. Come on up to Virginia.
You don't get no faster than that.
A thick mega Pedro collab.
Oh, listen, I already got that in mind. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting to get, because look, I'm telling you, man, like I know that lead price. I mean, that lead time in your price, there ain't nobody messing with you. I did the research and ain't nobody messing with y'all, yo. Like even the equipment to get it to do myself, like it's an investment.
I think above lead time performance or lead time and price, we give you the most performance.
Talk that shit, man.
I'm just saying. And another disclaimer, I do accept briberies to get yours done faster. So.
Okay.
We just in the slide. We just in the slide in the barrel.
Slide barrel guide rod.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
I said, I'm
about to get you to do my rival S too, man. It's already cut.
See, you thinking how I'm thinking, man.
Yeah, I gotta do it, man.
I got that P10. I got the CZ P10F that I might send to him too.
Yeah, and those mechanics could use the help. So.
Facts.
Forget all y'all. I'm sending the high point. Forget all y'all.
Hey, listen. Arguably better than a mechanic. So.
And you really got me thinking about that when you said, like, no knock on Ram just and nothing, but like when you said to compare. Because I got just like Zach, I got one Glock 19, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So I'm thinking, I was gonna put the Ramjet on that because I have seen the results. I never shot one, but I have seen the results, just looking at videos. But when you say what you say and then you think about the price of it, I'm like, man, that is and I know, like, I know I'm not gonna sell that Glock or nothing. I'm gonna keep it, and it's already custom. Like, you got the custom Cerakote, custom stipple job, everything. So I bought it like that. So I think having that little ported job will just make it everything.
Hey, man, words of advice here. Stop saying how good the price is. You know what happens when you keep repeating that?
What happened?
I don't want to.
I like that. I mean, for perspective, you can port. We talked about this on Wednesday, but you can port 3 guns for the price of 1 Ramjet.
Yeah, that's when you said that you had. I couldn't get that out of my head ever since you said it, because I was gonna get a Ramjet for my 365 too, my classic 365.
I believed you. That's why I put it in the mail today. I believed you.
Hey, I bet you put mine in the mail before you did.
I know you did. I'm extra indecisive.
One thing about it, y'all gotta deal with the holiday and all of that. Monday ain't no.
It'll be there Tuesday. I
ain't got to deal with none of that. Hold on. I'm gonna say, Pedro, here you go, my friend.
Don't rub it in, man.
And I'm bringing my slide with me.
Now that I think about it, if I would have met Pedro before, I could have built the porter for cheaper. If I'd have knew Pedro, like, for real. All the internal stuff I did, that's what I did. But I bought everything else. What you feel on the inside, that's all my work. But yeah, like, I don't got the equipment.
That was nasty.
So I don't know.
Say that different. That was nasty.
I don't know if it'll show correctly, but here is I don't know if you guys can see this. An MMP that's ported that we did yesterday.
That's dope.
Flat as hell.
You say hi?
Oh shit! Look at that.
You see, that's flat, man. You see that?
I ain't no shooter, but that shit is nice. I like.
You got the line.
Yeah, and that's a 4-inch compact for perspective.
Oh, wow.
What gun was that?
2.0 compact.
Oh man.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna send you my medal.
I'm sending that 19X, man.
For you PDP boys, here's a PDP.
No, the PDP, no.
You could send that stuff to RGG and he could post it up for you.
You see that? That's flat. You see that?
That's nice.
Well, that's butt naked right there. That's butt naked, boy.
And all stock internals.
You got to send that to RGG so he can post it.
Yeah, you're right. I could.
Hey, shoot me the videos. I'll post them up.
Yeah.
All right.
Hold on.
I can't wait.
I think I'm gonna win tonight. That's why I'm not going nowhere, RGG. So.
Are you gonna win tonight?
I hope. I mean, hey, I never
Howard
win.
J
And I'll
gonna
be like,
win.
Howard J ain't gonna win. Don't say that.
I think I'm gonna win. That's why I'm really not going nowhere. I'm trying to see if I'm gonna win tonight.
Nothing about Howard J, please. You done jinxed everybody.
He said that's why I ain't going nowhere because I'm winning.
I might get lucky by being in the chat and happen my name might come up.
I gotta figure out how to take that high point apart. I don't know how to take it apart.
Need a hammer.
Is it the one with the fixed barrel where you got to pull the slide back, raise it up, and
it's the 10 millimeter.
You need a blowtorch.
the first time I ever had somebody asked me to clean a high point, I'm like,
you bought the 10 millimeter high point?
Yep.
Man, that thing is a brick.
Hey, Roadblock, what about the Q4 steel frame? You not porting that? Because
I thought, you know what, you Bang TV, you know, we brothers right now. Because I ain't
Hey,
because I'm thinking about porting mine.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna probably send it to him and port him. Hey, RGG, I've been quiet, but look, even though y'all like other guns more, because I still want to talk to you and get like a Chirac, but I just bought an XC and I bought that I bought an XC and that what's the one with the smooth grip? Jacob Gray. I got a Jacob Gray and an XC.
Okay.
Hey, hold on, man. Bang TV. Hey, little do y'all know, Bang TV got some shit.
Oh, he do. I was just saying.
You in Chicago? You in Chicago, brother?
I done shot some of it.
Bang TV
I'm in Chicago, but I'm about to move to Texas before this year over with.
He about to go crazy too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
how many guns I'm getting ported?
Yep. Now I'm thinking about sending him my Q4 steel frame.
Yeah.
Bank TV got this. What is it? That's Spike's AR that you got.
Oh yeah, I love that. Everybody always tell me that. Oh, no.
That's
Yo,
nice.
I'm glad everybody enjoyed life.
He the only
that will, RGG.
that I know. He the only brother that I know that got that Q5 tuxedo.
Yeah, I wanted that.
The only one that I know got that Q5. I ain't seen nobody with that Q5 tuxedo.
You got the line on this. You can see the
right,
rise on
yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Man, listen.
That's nice.
What's that? The 2.0?
Yeah, 4-inch compact.
Mm.
How many ports is in that one, Pedro?
8.
8.
And 8? There's only 6 in my Zell.
That's what's in the Porter though. The Porter got the 8 too.
But you put them straight on the top.
You know one thing. I'm so
See, everybody wants to put them on the side where they don't do anything. You gotta put them on the top.
RGAs, bro.
Hey, I don't know if I told the
RGAs, bro.
I don't know if I told the RGG family this. Y'all know somebody bit the Porter, everything, but he made it like he introduced it. This crazy as I don't know what. Bro.
Really? He stole your idea?
Yeah, white dude. I mean, but it's the funny thing is that he introduced it like man, let me show you what I'm like, bro. It's the same slide, the same barrel, the same optic, the same everything, bro. I mean, but see, the only thing, your trigger, you ain't got the inside what I got inside mine. Like you could. I mean, I put everything that I bought in the video. I'm not hiding nothing. What I did inside the gun is what can't be duplicated by just anybody, though.
Hey, that trigger you got in there is.
Yep.
That trigger different.
Try to steal your idea. That's PDP.
Yeah. Yeah,
that bitch ain't moving.
Yeah, that's smooth.
Hey, what ammo was that? What grain ammo? What grain 9mm?
115.
115?
Well, damn, if I put 150 in there, 147.
Listen, I buy whatever shit I can find cheapest.
Right. I feel you.
I don't care if it's the 120, 130, 150. It eats all of it.
We'll buy some of that new normal 158.
You got to come up. You got to come up to Virginia, man, and work with my man. Think Mega.
Hey, man.
Yeah, if you shoot me a message, we can figure something out.
I
shoot him a message and think.
Nah, I'm definitely do that.
All right, I gotta get this going.
Bring them up this way so we can show them some mountains, because they don't got no mountains.
It's
they don't got no mountains in Florida. Come on up here, we'll show you the mountains.
Yeah, Virginia is beautiful.
I was in Virginia. Them mountains is overrated.
I ain't gonna
Yo.
front. I enjoyed the drive to Ohio. The drive to Ohio took me through the mountains, through West Virginia, right to Ohio. That was a great drive.
I hate all it. We took 64.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, man, it was a travesty.
Man.
It
It was a tragedy getting here, Robot?
No, man, it was like I had to go like even drive because you know Virginia is one of the. Go ahead, my bad, RJ.
5. Thank you, Robot. 4, 3, 2, 1. No more stalling. Let's go.
There's too many names.
We're
going to win to the bottom of the I ain't gonna win tonight.
Oh,
Bang TV.
I thought it was Howard J.
Hey, y'all
I don't think he in here tonight.
Y'all gonna act like y'all didn't see who that almost was.
Oh, I saw it.
I know. Hey, look, RG, I just knew it was going to Howard J. I'm like, it ain't stopping at me. Wow.
Congratulations, brother.
Yeah,
No doubt, my first win too. I feel good, man.
That's good, man. I love when somebody win for the first
I
time.
know you did say that. You said this time somebody knew to win. Yep.
And think about it. I said I'm in the chat. I want to win, and somebody in the chat win. Come on, that's crazy.
What?
Man.
All right,
That
brother.
was
Since
too
you already
close
up
right
here,
there.
man, you got your choice between LPVO or Hollow Sun Pistol Optic. Which one you want?
Man, I'm gonna have to go with that LPVO, man. I'm about to build a rifle, man. I don't got one of them. I got multiple pistol optics, yo, but I have to go with that LPVO, man.
I got you, brother. So it's the Gideon LPVO.
Oh shit! All right.
Make sure you do a review on that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
I
actually
don't got nowhere. I'm gonna have to come see you, Armel, to use it. I ain't got nowhere to go to use that shit out here. Like the
Bring it
range
up,
where I can
man.
shoot my big
Yo,
stuff. They only got. I think
it's a light ride. You know where I'm at.
Nah, yeah, I know. Nah, it ain't a bad ride. I don't
Hey,
mind driving.
don't get caught at Armel neighborhood after dark.
Right. Yeah. Don't want to do that.
Nah.
I seen Armel walking through his neighborhood. I believe.
They know him, but they don't know you.
Nah, I believe you.
Nah, they be like,
Hey,
yo, when they pull you over, it's like, you here to see Armel?
Yep.
That's the question.
That must be one of his cousins. That's what they must be one of his
Yeah,
cousins.
they're gonna pull you over, no doubt. But they're gonna pull you over. But you say, yo, I'm going to see Armel. And it's like, okay. And you
I'm getting the cam putting the Camaro this week.
All right.
Get the cam. It's in the shop right now.
You might need it.
When I
You
come
might
up
need
there.
it going up there in that neighborhood. You might have to get out of there fast.
Nah, once you here, you good.
You got to take that go-to route.
I'm gonna have to drive the Malibu up there. I'm gonna have to drive the Malibu. I can't go up there in the Camaro.
Hey, I got a class in the morning, man. I'll holler at y'all.
Man, I
Take
gotta
care, Ruth.
I might get kicked out the house. I got to hurry up and go.
Hey, man, I love you too, Armel, with your argumentative.
You a corny ass dude, though.
Hey, man, you got a hoodie on in this house.
I'm freezing. It's 60 degrees in my house, bro.
You can call me corny all you want, but you got a hoodie on in this hot.
Yo, it's freezing in my house, bro. I'm in the house.
Just likes to argue.
Hey, Pedro, I'm gonna catch up with you tomorrow, man.
Full chat.
Yo, Pedro, it's a pleasure, man. I'm learning all this kind of stuff, man.
Same here, brother. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you
I'm
hanging
learning
out
all
with us,
this
Big
kind of
Zo.
stuff. I appreciate
Big Zo,
it.
I'm a little upset that you didn't jump in tonight and stop these youngins from acting up on here,
Damn,
man.
I look
Like
good,
said,
though.
I was at dinner for the birthday, so
It's your birthday?
yes,
I just
sir.
thought of a dope idea.
Happy birthday,
Pedro.
man.
Did you get a big tomahawk? Did you get a big tomahawk, Zo? What you get? You get a tomahawk?
No. Actually, it was. I had some fajitas.
Oh, okay.
I got a question, though.
About right now.
I got a question, though, man. Was it good?
What's that?
I'm just fucking with you. The fajita.
Hey, Pedro, real quick. Do y'all do laser stippling?
On Glocks only.
Okay.
I got a question.
Man, I'm telling you, I got an idea
okay.
already, man. I got an idea already.
Wait,
man.
wait. I can't get my Prodigy stipple.
Silverback.
You can, just not via laser.
Bro.
Okay.
I got a question, though. but this
RGG,
might be a whole
I know a
nother
dope
live,
company
bro.
who do that.
Pedro.
Oh, yeah?
Hey, I'm about to send it to you because I'm doing it to mine.
Porting a 308. How does that work?
A 308?
SB something custom.
Yeah.
Okay.
What kind of gun? Something specific? I'm confused.
Nah, say you ported a 308 instead of just putting a compensator on it or combining it with a compensator.
I don't even like where this is going, bro. I'm about to turn the live off.
Yeah, I don't
want a 308, man.
Yeah, what a port a 308.
I'm confused.
When you don't want to reduce the rise. When you want to reduce the rise.
Yeah, but on a 308,
it ain't rising. It's knocking your shoulder off. You want to reduce that?
Yeah. You want it flat.
He said, yeah.
You don't want to lose velocity on the rifle
Flat,
range.
all right. You be
if you're to make your 308 flatter, just hold on to it tighter.
It's a rifle.
All the
It's
velocity.
a rifle, yeah.
That's it. Armel, go to bed, man. Yo, I appreciate everybody, man. I appreciate all the donations. Congratulations, Mega. Pedro, thanks for hanging out. Big Zoe, Roadblock, Bang TV, Real Deal. Good to see you, my brother. Zach, thank you for holding it down for me tonight. I appreciate you like always. Appreciate everybody in the chat. I will see you guys in the next one, man. I'm out of here.
That was a great story from Bang too, man. That was a great story.
That's real life too, man.
Yeah.